Welcome to ADlib&&D, where a group of amateur role-playing enthusiasts run a weekly live-stream D&D game with a twist. The viewing public can vote on a large group of random concepts before the episode takes place. Once tallied, the DM will select 5 of the 10 most popular and tailor that episode of the game against the chosen ideas. Anything can happen. No episode will be the same. You can find where to vote on Discord on the Filthy Pig Discord server. Okay, I was going to go and give a bit of a rundown on what happened last week, but I feel like Wabani might be able to do a better job, so I'm going to hand it over to him and let him do a rundown.
What?
DM's delegating already, wow.
All right. We're in Carl's merchant train and heading to Alves, and Jace negotiate. Okay, you've got to listen to this, people. Our good friend Jace, boy, did he bite the big one. His membership within the Dodgy Brothers is on the line now because he thought that he had negotiated 15 gold pieces per day per Dodgy Brother.
I thought no such thing. You might have had that idea.
Only got us 15 gold pieces for the entire party. And we only got 3 days in advance. So we got 45 gold for a month and a half long trip so far to split amongst 4. Can you believe it? That's what he did. That's all on Jace. I think that's one of the things that's going to get him bald. Anyways, lots of shopping. Jace made a commitment to go with to date one of the proprietors, and he reneged on that, so that's important to point out. Alarak wanted to be a pirate and was set upon buying some, call it, those poofy shirts like on Seinfeld.
And some culottes?
Sure. And, of course, an eye patch and a hat. He had to get those too. And I think there was a point that he was looking at a slightly fancier loincloth.
I mean, is this one not fancy enough?
Well, you know, something that covers your butt cheeks a little bit better, I think, is what you were looking for. That little bit extra gives you extra half an AC more. You know, that right cheek was hanging out too much.
That's right, yes. And I actually completely forgot to do that. I'm going around with all this gold and no good armor. That was a now we're months in the wilderness. Fantastic. Thanks for reminding me now, a session later.
Too late. And then Wobani, of course, was at Court's dressing, getting himself fitted, and the very first time he's ever been fitted for something. So the inseam check was, I think we pushed that as awkward as it was going to get there. I think at Tua got pretty red-cheeked, even though we couldn't see each other.
I think we pushed it as far as what that was decent.
Yeah, on the radio. That was pretty funny, actually. I enjoyed that bit. And then we were off to Corthane's Academy to go and find Gordon. Although there was a point when we were standing in the courtyard just outside of Satin Sensibilities, and we were debating how we're going to find Gordon. And Wobani had it in his heart that they should go back into the, I think it was the Courtier's Reprieve, to go and visit with Nessie, see if we could get any more information from her, because, you know, gossip and what that. But no, Jace was totally against that idea. Anyways, we did end up at Corthane's Academy, and once there, Jace flirted with the receptionist, who was an elf. And that managed to get us into the Sapphire Sanctuary. And in the Sapphire Sanctuary, we found Gordon, but instead of being human, he was a tiefling. And boy, I couldn't believe how much Alarak discriminated against him. It was impressive to listen to. And
all I can say is the poor guy.
Tiefling.
He was red-skinned at that too. That embarrassed. Yeah,
he
so
didn't know what hit him. That poor Gordon. All he wanted to do was get out of his horrible debts, gambling debts, but it just made things worse.
Well, Bonnie tackled him something fierce, though. And Riki, I guess you did a lot of complaining in the background. I think if that's what was happening when you were being run by the GM. Strange.
Sounds like I was naggy but ineffective.
Well, you know, I wasn't going to go there, but no new words for your book, and I think there was something about the Hooded Guild, or I think the Hooded Thieves Guild.
Oh, okay.
Hooded Flame.
No, but those are the only 3 words actually written in my character backstory. Naggy but ineffective.
Righto.
Short but to the point.
And then we went to visit Thelma, but just before entering to deal with Thelma, we found the message board outside of the barracks that happened to have some university-style advertisements that led us to the Peddler's Leisure. We transited the city, I don't know how many times that one day, but my feet were tired, for sure. But anyways, we found the peddler named Carl, and Jace managed to hook us up as the muscle in their caravan heading south to the town. I don't know if it's the town or the duchy called Alves.
Alves. Alves.
Elvis, got it.
Exactly.
Righto. And that's pretty much where we're at. We were about to cross a bridge, and there was some creatures there that are green and clawy.
And I think that's where we'll start. So let's share this map.
Just putting out, my name is Distant, and I'm right next to the trolls.
You're the one that went. You're the one that went to examine.
Okay.
I think you've got a spelling mistake there. Isn't it Toll Bridge, not Troll Bridge?
That's right.
Potato. So, can you place yourselves where you think you would be? I'm just going to be throwing down the NPC.
I kind of think that Wabani was out in the bushes, because he didn't expect anything to happen.
I might, well, I'm probably hanging around the front of the group, but a little bit back, so probably right about where I am.
Me too. I'm happy with where I'm at.
No,
Good.
you guys stay back there. Yeah, this is all good. Yeah. Fine.
Have any of the members of the caravan exhibited a taste for Jace's music? He'll be standing
I
next
don't know
to
what
that is.
I don't know whether that's been the case. We didn't decide on that, but we can probably cover that after the combat. So you guys are happy where you are?
I think so.
Let's just say the line-free gloves man enjoyed your music.
Okay, then Jace will be standing next to him, chatting away.
Okay, so as Alarak peers underneath the bridge, one hideous green-looking creature starts to walk out from underneath, and he's got a horrible cough that just racks at him, and he lumbers towards you. Can everybody roll initiative, please?
That was a 9.
Nice.
17 for Alarak, 9 for Riki, 21 for Jace, and a 4 for Wabani. Jace, you're up first.
Initiative.
You from where you are, you're just in minor conversation with the line-free gloves merchant, and you see Alarak looking concerned off in the distance.
Okay, Jace casts his gaze in the direction that Alarak's looking in, and sees the troll, and hears his cough, and so yells out, bit of honey tea will do that cough a world of good. Help your singing voice, it will.
So just to say, it's got cover at the moment because it's still coming out from underneath the bridge. But other than that, so if you're making a range attack, it'll be at -2.
All right then. I don't suppose he's wearing any metal armor, is he?
He's wearing just about as much as Alarak is, but it's all cloth.
Well, We can only hope. One day I'll get a metal wearing opponent.
Well, I mean, Alarak is right in front of you, and he is wearing metal.
Well,
Don't even think about it. He's talking about the heat metal spell.
Yes, he is.
All right. Jace. Jace is just going to yell out to them. Say there. You should let us go past and guard the guard this bridge for us until we've gone well down the road, way out of sight. Then he casts suggestion.
Okay. You want to force the roll on that? Well and truly fails that. So he looks at you and goes, huh? So where were you suggesting? Off to the left.
I suggested that he let us go past and then guard the bridge until we're well out of sight.
Okay. So he just stands there looking confused and doesn't do anything at the moment.
Okay. Jace calls out to the rest of the group. All right, I think we should be all right to keep going. And then Jace starts playing a heroic epic on his lute.
Does Jace think it will be funny when random people get slaughtered?
Well, what would have happened if we hadn't come by?
Well, they probably would have got randomly slaughtered.
Precisely. Those random people should hire excellent caravan guards. So I don't want to put the caravan guard industry out of business, do it?
Okay, so that's your turn done?
Yes.
Alright, so merchant number one sort of walks along a bit slowly, hearing what Jace has said, but he's still nervous seeing a gigantic beast in front of him. So he's going to walk up to here, leading one of the horses, which has a caravan on the back, slowly with him.
The horse has a caravan on its back?
It's pulling a caravan.
It's a very small caravan.
Alarak, what are you doing?
So, question, because... two questions, actually. I thought last week there were two of them under here. At least what Alarak saw.
Okay, yes. You saw a small glimpse of a second one, yes.
Yep.
You can't
Fantastic.
see him at the moment.
Right. I'm going to yell to Jace, not to cut you to Epic 2, not to cut you off. I'm sure it's going to get great in a minute. But there's more to them.
Oh. Well, that's inconvenient. Take care of the other one for us, would you?
Sure thing. How fast is this river moving, DM?
It's a bit sluggish at the moment. It's not moving particularly fast.
Right. I'm just going to give this one closest a bit of a whack with my stick then. Move up to there.
Don't want to mess with my spell.
Does he know?
Well, he's doing that, no. Let him go.
Will the troll explode if he messes with your spell? Apart from the spell being broken, what would happen?
Oh, I'm sorry, do you want me to just edge past this one, get into the murky water, get bogged down in there between the two?
So you slice down with your glaive, and it screams in pain, and it looks very upset at your attack. He seems to shake off whatever effect that Jace had cast on him before.
Oh, so I thought it was a save. I am actually sorry about that, Jace. Kind of. And we'll get 20 feet away.
Is that your turn done?
It is.
Actually, I'm not sure that that does end the spell effect. Attacking it.
I was reading it, it didn't actually show any information, but I'm making a DM's call. If he's standing there and being attacked, he's going to be attacking the person who's attacked him because you told him to guard. So he's guarding this. He's been attacked, so he's going to be attacking that person.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
It does end the spell. My apologies, it does completely end it. I thought he got a save.
What? Does it?
It says that
I think it's just Alarak.
other
that's at risk
obviously
now.
harmful act. So I would think
Asking
an
it
act
to do
is
it, obviously harmful act.
Yeah.
I think it's just Alarak that's at risk at the moment, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It starts with Alarak and then it moves on. So the gentleman that had enjoyed your music walks up to you, Jade, and goes, "Is it safe to go on?"
It was. I'm not sure that it is anymore. Change of plans. All non-combatants retreat as short minutes. We'll take care of this. I'll have a chat to my companion once we've dealt with the inconvenience about proper respect for magic.
He steps back and nods his head. The rest of them seem to hold fire for now, with one of the merchants looking a little bit worried and confused after hearing what you just said, standing out there in the open. Riki, you're up.
Okay, so I've had a little bit of a look, and can I've only got a speed of 25, so I can't quite move. Can I? I can't double move and then cast, can I?
No, unless you, you can't do a dash action and then cast a spell, unless it's a bonus action spell.
No, it's not. I would like to be able to cast haste on.
Oh, that one does give you an extra action. Oh, unless it's on me.
But haste should have a decent range, I would have thought.
I think it's only got a range of 30 feet. Let me have a quick look.
Oh yeah, it's only 30 feet. That's
Yeah,
a shame.
It's sad, really. So that's I've got about 65 feet, so I can't quite cover that. So in the meantime, let me have a quick look at something else. I think because I'm getting a bit of an idea. Can you show me a 20-foot radius? Although I probably shouldn't blow up the bridge, really, should I?
That's a 20-foot radius.
How
the
solid?
bridge is stone, so it's.
Okay.
But there are trees around there.
Okay, so if I cast Fireball, I'm likely to create a forest fire.
Quite possibly, but it's your call. I mean, you're trying to test out your arcane muscle.
Yeah, but I
Wait.
also don't want to cause a stampede of horses with teeny little caravans on their back. That could get really, really super messy. I'm going to
It
cast.
might happen, it might not happen.
It could be awesome, but I am going to move a bit close up, and then I'm going to cast Nilok's Snowball Swarm at a point where the. Can you show me?
That's a 5-foot one.
It's 5 foot, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's also not quite worth it, is it? Oh, shoot. I'm just going to use Magic Missile.
Okay.
I'm just going to cast that at level 1.
So 4 bolts fly out and slam into this creature. It seems to shrug off the arcane damage and roars in anger and starts to lunge towards Alarak. Are you doing anything else, Riki?
No. That's about right for me.
Okay, so the he's still hacking and coughing. The troll runs up towards you, Alarak, and then attempts to lay into you. Okay, so he tries to hit you with one of his claws that have horrible, vicious, sharpened nails on them. Fails with the first one. Oh, 2 natural 1. Fails with the second, and then tries to bite down on you. And rolls a 3. Wow.
This is one very sick troll.
He is coughing hard, and it just seems to he has difficulty trying to focus with the illness that's racking his system.
As Riki
It's a
yells
very
across,
protective loincloth.
Riki yells across to him, "Thought you were cool smoking under that bridge with all your little mates, didn't you?" Oh. This'll
Wabani.
teach you.
All right. I will walk over in front of our friend here, merchant number 1, and I'll be like, I'll face him. Look, you need to move back that way, while my good friend Alarak goes and he deals with this problem. Don't you worry, Alarak is very strong, so it won't be a big problem. But you are here. You're a distraction. You need to move back. So I just basically keep on talking.
Okay.
While I'm sitting there facing him as
So, are you going to be
looking
using your action to talk to him then, basically?
Yes, pretty
All
much.
right.
Telling him to move back, and then as I'm wrapping up, I'm like, and really, this Daisy Dumper, Alarak will take care of him.
Okay. So, as you're discussing this, another troll seems to walk out from the other side of the bridge.
Ooh.
And manages to move up to about there, and roars in defiance, but is not able to do anything more.
Double Daisy Dumper.
Jace, you're up.
All right. Joe says, "All right. Well, let's have another crack at this and see if people can work with me on this one." Jace turns to the newcomer and says, "You troll, want you to run north for the rest of the day."
Oh, it's a roll. I'm rolling so terribly tonight. So he understands the action, but is not doing anything at this turn because he's already had his turn.
Okay, Jace yells out, "Nobody hit the new troll. Let him run away."
I take out my stick and I walk up towards the other troll.
What was that, Jace? What did you say?
Are you doing anything else, Jace?
No, the next turn button's not working for me.
Oh, right, okay.
There we go.
So the other merchant next to Wabani sort of takes heed of his what Wabani is saying and moves back away from the horrible, hideous troll. He's going to move back to there, dragging the horse along. Okay, Alarak, you're up.
Okay, let's cast Zephyr Strike. Get those effects on me and give this guy one good 1 second. That is a bonus action. Huh. Okay, we're going to have to rework my character sheet here, but we'll take off 1d8 damage here, I believe. My apologies, my character sheet needs a bit of work for this. Misses anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Misses anyway. I can remove that effect if you want to.
Fantastic, and I'm just going to stand bravely just there.
What a hero.
And due to your casting of Zephyr Strike, you do not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Exactly.
Jason turns around to Alarak and says, "What? You're hiding behind me now?"
Alarak.
No, I'm giving you the opportunity as the provisional member to show your bravery.
Riki,
Don't want to
you're
hog
up.
all the fun.
And at the front of the line, it seems.
Riki just looks back at Alarak, shakes her head, and says, "Look, don't make me and Bindi regret doing this." And she waves her hands in the air and hastes Alarak and says, "Suck it up, sunshine," and then it takes her turn to move backwards again behind the line of people.
So, do you want to add that effect to Alarak?
I cast it on him. I don't
you
know
already
what
have.
it did. Yeah,
Yeah, you have done. Excellent.
I can cast it again. Would that can I
Once-
double it?
Once is enough. Yeah.
Twin.
Oh, come on.
Okay, the coughing hacking troll runs up to the group. But doesn't do anything else. It sort of leers down over both Jace and Wabani.
Oh, I will step over here, and when I'm over here, I will touch this creature, casting inflict wounds at a level.
It's
1.
not this kind of game, I don't think.
So I briefly wipe my hands across his chest, and as I do, he gets infected.
The coughing his coughing starts to rack and cough even more.
A consumptive troll.
We're only 3 minutes away from 9 o'clock. I think we can get into the out of the PG rating by that stage. Is that right?
Sure, but we still have issues with podcasts and such.
What are you planning on doing to this troll?
Just following Wabani's lead.
Are you doing anything else, Wabani?
Jace doesn't care much for. He swings both ways. I look at Jace and I was like, finish him up there. I got him ready. Why didn't you flank him?
Okay, so
Jace looks down and then says, "I'm not sure you did."
So this troll sort of stands there after a second and thinks about what Jace has said and tries to determine which way north is. And starts running towards you.
Oh,
God.
no.
But running past, not actually.
Going for the horses.
Let him
But
go
the horse
past.
is starting to panic.
It's enamored with the tuning caravans. It's been reading about the tiny house movement.
So the horses start to scatter with a horrible troll running towards them. So that one runs
Bunnies.
off
Oh,
Bunny
dear.
swears,
to the trees,
happy,
and
happy carnations.
some of the merchants are knocked to the ground and injured.
Stupid
Jace,
trolls.
you're up.
Okay, so Jace is going to move around so he gets flanking.
Okay. So that'll be +2.
Okay. And then he's going to draw his rapier and try to stick the troll with it. Do I know about trolls?
You can make a nature check, I guess, but that'll take your action to work out what's the deal with trolls.
I'll just stick him with my rapier.
Okay. It bends against its thick hide.
Maybe I should have learnt more about trolls back in Bard School.
This merchant, fearing the troll coming towards him, sort of runs into the trees, going, I thought this was under control."
I thought so too, but Alarak pulled a strange one.
I mean,
Alarak.
I don't know that this troll is confused. I think it's going for the horses. Is there any indication it's not?
Jace has said let him pass. You've got the
Okay.
troll right in front of us that you've enraged previously.
I'll go for the enraged troll with the cough.
Don't swing through me, Alarak.
Swinging through a bunny. Get that Zephyr Strike going. Not Zephyr Strike, Planar Warrior. Does a 20 hit?
20 does hit. So you
So 12
slice
damage.
down with a forceful wave as the glaive cleaves off a little bit of the troll. You get a second attack due to haste.
I do.
This one also connects.
Okay, so we're going to have to take off the D8 on this one.
Okay. Well, you could have rolled... Is it still force damage? With the second
no,
attack?
it's not. Yes, the weapon was taken off my action tab.
Okay.
So we're going to have to take off the it'll be slashing, I believe.
It is, but that's okay.
Mhm.
We'll just... In your action tab, you'll see at the very bottom, just use the second echo one down the bottom.
Okay. Yes, I see it.
I adjusted the damage to compensate, though. Okay.
Gotcha,
Are you
I
doing
see.
anything else?
The bonus action. No, I've already used my bonus action. That is everything I can do. I'm going to stay here and simply pass my turn.
Okay. The one with the line-free gloves ducks into the forest. However, one of the other merchants, seeing the troll coming down towards his favourite horse, calls out and says, "No, you will not hurt Blinky." Especially not with the caravan on its back.
Oh, no. Get out of there.
And so he pulls out a wooden club and tries to swat at it, but it just bounces off its thick hide. Riki, you're up. The other people are just scattering, and the horses are scattering.
Well then, this is all a little bit concerning. So I shift a little bit to the side because I don't really want to be taking on a troll head on. I've got a little bit of hope that Troll 2 is just going to keep running. So I target the very first troll, and I just want to try out. Let me have a quick look. I'm a bit worried about that merchant. But just say a quick prayer and just cast Ice Knife at the first troll.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's bad. So, I don't do any damage, or...
No.
No.
Failed.
You roll attack first to see if you hit the troll.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
that you
missed.
did the saving throw first for Ice Knife.
No,
So
he-
you attack
she did.
first.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she did?
missed.
Oh, she missed. Okay. But the saving throw is a failure. Now you need to do you have to do the saving throw against Jace and Wabani, because the Ice Knife, while missing the troll, hits the ground nearby and ice shards explode in an area effect around it, hitting or possibly hitting Jace and Wabani.
Hey!
Riki!
Sorry, guys. That really backfired. Can they use the same crappy roll?
Well, it's a saving throw, so you probably don't want them to have the same crappy roll.
Okay, that's-
What's the saving throw? Let me roll.
No,
I
we
wanna-
want to kill the party.
I want to roll my saving throw. What am I
Dexterity
doing?
saving throw.
I
Dexterity?
wondered why I'd not cast that before.
There we go.
17.
Okay,
18.
so you only take half damage. Can you roll your damage? And then I'll add the half damage to everyone else.
Okay. Hang on. Sorry!
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
not that one, the other one.
She rolled a 10 on a d10.
Okay, so the first 10 is for the actual hit, which was a miss, but the other one is definitely... so you guys both take 3 cold damage.
All right. Poof.
Sorry.
There we go. Damn it,
Hey!
Ricky. Not cool. Well, I mean, yes, cool, but not nice.
I think
Completely tactically unsound. We need to talk about this after.
I will. I need to sit down and write down in my book and sort out some better tactics. I'm sorry.
Crappy carnations.
Oh, I'm going to write that one down.
Blinky starts to run away and is heedless of who it's running into. Can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw, please, Riki?
Oh, bugger.
Starts to bound right past you.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a 17.
You have enough wherewithal to duck out of the way as the horse rampages past you into the forest.
Which way is the wind blowing? Because a horse will put his nose to the wind and run into the wind.
Well, these horses are scattering at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, the shady coughed troll, looking at who hurt it the most, would probably go after Wabani. He targets you, Wabani,
No, he doesn't.
attempting to claw you first.
Jesus, what the
Slashes
hell?
one. Slashes with his other claw, and then attempts to bite you.
As a reaction, before that second... I should get my reaction before you roll. As a reaction to the first strike, I will thunderously rebuke his attack. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Or do you want me to do it for him?
That's okay, he's rolling.
Needs
So...
to be DC 15.
Okay, he fails.
Alright, so he will take 2d8 thunder damage.
Heedless of the... does he move as well, or...?
Let me just check. Failed saving throw. Or half as much on success 1. No, he doesn't.
Okay, so heedless of the thunder damage that radiates off you, Wabani, he comes down, grabbing you with both of his arms. He tries to bite at your shoulder. Thinking he's a vampire.
Well, this could
He
be the end
he
of it.
sinks his teeth into you. Can I get you to make? I know you've just collapsed to the ground, but can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Here we go. Come on. That would
Okay.
be a 16.
Okay, so you feel your eyes sort of roll up, and it's all blackness to you, and you feel something pulse through your blood, but your body fights it off. However, you do have to make a death saving throw.
Indeed. In the tower?
No,
Oh,
no, you
we
can make
got
it out.
for the podcasters. Here we go. That is a 17.
Okay, first success. Okay, the second troll, listening to what Jace said, starts to barrel through. He will be provoking from you, Alarak, if you want to take an opportunity attack.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so he runs past and basically pummels Merchant 2 to the ground, stepping and crushing him, and then continues to run off into the distance.
Can I make a perfunctory attack as though I was trying to stop that happening?
Sure, but
Okay.
I'm assuming you're trying to miss.
Yes.
It's deception.
Okay. Perception.
No, it's deception, so the merchant's not.
So the
For the
merchant
merchant.
who is trying to defend Blinky is pummeled into the ground and is looks like has several broken bones, and he's starting to bleed out. The other
Part of
merchants.
let it go, don't you understand, merchant?
So the others are continuing to scatter to the four winds. Jace, you're up.
Okay. Jace is going to have another crack at skewering this shady cough troll. And misses again. Then he's going to cast Healing Word at Wabani.
And roll your healing surge, Wabani, or healing die.
There it comes. Getting. Oh, nice. That's a 9 for a healing surge.
So you wake up with a troll standing over you, who seems to be looking around for another target. Now that you collapse to the ground.
Also, you're looking right up Alarak's loincloth.
You had to go there.
That is definitely the positioning there.
I think I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, Alarak, what are you doing?
Legs apart, battle stance. I'm gonna try and just skewer this troll.
So does the metal armor sort of go underneath there, or is it just hang loose?
Oh no, definitely not.
And you are a half orc.
Yes.
Yeah, which parts are human and which parts are orc? Because the orcs.
Well, now you know. So, Planar Warrior, give this guy a strike.
Not like that.
All right, try again.
11.
That one should hit. And I'm going to add my Orcish Fury damage.
Ferocious. Oh wow.
28 damage.
And you slice it down, and you cleave off an arm, and blood starts spurting out all over you, Wabani, and it collapses to the ground, unmoving. Are you doing anything else, Alarak?
Yeah. I'm going to offer my hand up to Wabani, try and get him on his feet.
I'm going to projectile vomit first.
So,
due to which particular part, or all of it together?
Both parts together. I couldn't hold it back. Oh, I'm sorry, Alarak. Oh, but thanks for. I thought I was seeing Donaru there for a minute. Oh.
Well, not quite, but I have heard that before.
You need to wear some underwears. That's just so uncool.
I'm starting to know why Riki doesn't worship Donaru.
Why would you say such a thing, Riki? Donaru is fantastic.
Right, if you say so.
Riki, so you're just talking to Wabani at the moment?
I guess.
Okay. As you guys are discussing this, the troll sort of stands up.
No, it's my turn. I applied fire. Oh, acid. It was a quip.
I was asking. That's why I was asking. You can do it next turn.
Oh, you meanie DM. You Daisy Duker.
Daisy Dumper.
No, Daisy Duker.
Daisy Duker.
Make it riff on it.
So the troll stands up.
No, he doesn't.
And turns towards you, Jace, and decides to lay into you.
No, he
I
doesn't.
haven't heard him yet. Jace points to Alaric and says, "It was him."
It's stupid, but it's not that stupid to walk away and provoke opportunity attack. Okay. So, attacks.
This is probably one of the few things that I actually remember from Baldur's Gate, funnily enough.
So the second one is a hit. Is a suggestion a concentration spell?
Yes.
Can I get you to make a 20 roll, please? A concentration check? While it tries to bite you at the same time.
Whew. 21.
And another con check, please. Oh, okay.
13.
You keep your concentration as this creature starts to chow down on you.
I'm not feeling so good, guys.
Wabani,
I will. Are you allowing? I was gonna say tumble, but you know what I'm gonna do? I will burn a key point and do Step of the Wind, and I will move over here to get some cover by the trees, and turn around, and I will send Sacred Flames towards the troll. And I think that's past that. And as a bonus action, use my key point, did that as an action. As a bonus action, I will throw a healing word, a level 1 healing word, towards Jace.
Okay.
Oh. But you guys disappeared.
So the sacred flame scorches the creature, but he still stands. And as you walk away, the other troll continues to run down the road, heedless of whatever's going on. Jace.
Okay.
He needed to roll the hit dice.
Oh yeah, you need to roll hit dice as well.
Oh, okay, awesome, thanks. So, Jace is going to have another crack at the troll with his rapier. Ha! This time he finally succeeds.
Ah, there it is.
And you cut down. You find a soft spot and pierce the side, and it collapses to the ground again.
Great. And Jace yells out, someone do something to make sure he stays down this time. And then Jace turns to Merchant 2 and casts Healing Word on him.
Bobani shouts at Jace, "Put your rapier through his eye socket."
We need a match. Somebody needs a match.
Why?
Troll candle.
Alarak.
I don't know, we've got these two different ideas here. We've got skewering him and lighting him a flame. I'm going to give the skewering a try. Standing atop the troll, going to try and put the glaive straight through his head into the ground. So at least if he does wake up, he's pinned.
Okay. Make a strength check.
It's a 10.
Okay.
Can I add? Would it be at advantage because he's prone?
Well, the strength check is for how deep he puts the glaive into the ground.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting him actually use the glaive to go straight through. That's a given, but it's more to see how far it goes into the ground.
Cool.
Oh, so make an attack?
10 feet.
Well, it's an automatic attack. You can just
Okay,
roll damage.
gotcha.
I'm happy to.
Ooh, 15 damage.
Are you doing anything else, TD?
I guess I'm going to stay stood on him, trying to just keep my weight on him as well. So at least if he's just position myself actually on top of it.
Bobani shouts, "Wiggle it!"
Okay. So stood around the troll. I don't know how that's going to help.
So the other merchants try and clear the way. Riki, the troll is currently looking dead, quite dead, but you have an inkling that something needs to be done to actually finish it off.
Does anybody have anything that resembles flame or acid?
You just saw me put flame on him. I just burned him.
Just then? Just the very second ago?
Yeah.
Like,
Was
that
it
was
flame?
It was a radiant-looking flame, though.
Like it wasn't literal flame. Does
Honorable
anybody
flame.
have like a match or anything like a fire arrow? Does anybody have anything like that? I've got a fireball.
I've got
That's
my tinderbox.
okay. Throw me your tinderbox. I'm going to set his hair on fire.
Okay.
Can I do that in my, or do I have to wait like a holding action or something?
Do I have a tinderbox?
No, I'm having a look. You don't have one.
Oh damn it!
So you can let Wabani do that for you, but it'll be on his turn.
Is it possible? Can we do things like? Can I say something like? Can I hold my action until Riki's turn, and then on Riki's turn, I want to do this?
I guess what is this? Are you talking about what Riki's going to do? Like, is Wabani going to bring up tinderbox, and then you set fire to it, and then she sets it on fire?
Yeah, I on my turn, she holds her action until my turn, and then my turn, I give her the tinderbox, and I can do something as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Ricky's just look. Is Ricky aware that the troll may resurrect on its next turn?
Yes.
It did
Okay.
the last time.
Yeah. So the problem is in the order of things. She's the last person to apart from the horse, unless the horse is going to do a flyby and set the troll on fire. Ricky's really the last person, so if I run up to it, it's going to resurrect with me sitting on top of it with a tinderbox going, hello! That's probably not going to work out so well. So Ricky just stands back and holds action, both for the tinderbox to be thrown to her and for the troll to go down again.
Okay. So the horse keeps running off into the distance. The second troll awakes to finding a glaive through its head, and it roars in frustration and tries to break free of the glaive on its head. Can I get you to make a strength check, please, Alarak?
Sure thing. Oof. 9.
It tries in vain to pull the glaive from its head, but you weigh down on it so much that it can't do anything, and it roars in anger. Doesn't do anything else.
So it takes brain slashing damage. Oh, man. Okay. I will. Having heard Riki, I toss her my tinderbox. And, well, no, I don't toss it. I move across and I give it to her.
Very well done. I take it carefully.
I don't know what you're going to do, but I sacred flame the creature once more.
Well, to light the torch. Are you giving the tinderbox to her, or
Yeah,
you
I just give her the tinderbox. A tinderbox and a torch.
Okay. Yeah, you can use Sacred Flame again if you want.
Or I mean, if that's an action, I will.
If you were lighting the torch, that would be an action. But if you're just passing it over to her, that's fine.
Okay,
You can
cool.
give that as like a bonus action.
Then I will once more sacred flame.
Yep. It fails. Jeez, there's been some low rolls for the saving throws.
Awesome. Burn.
Still stands after that other Sacred Flame.
Stand is a strong word.
It's still alive and wriggling.
That wasn't that successful. Donaroo, your flames. Ooh, why not?
So Riki, were you going to be walking up with the or you were lighting the torch then once Wabani handed the stuff to you as your reaction, correct?
No, I've got the So I figure I can probably hold the torch up to its hair and light the torch and the hair simultaneously. The hair's droopy, right? It's flowing, according to the picture?
Sure. Okay, you can walk up and do that
Alright.
while it's flailing around.
Alright, so I walk up, I light the torch and the hair at the same time, because the head's pinned to the ground. And then, once the hair's caught from the torch, I step back quite promptly.
Okay, so it catches fire and it starts to smolder, and you can hear the troll roaring in anger. It's still alive though, so it's taken a little bit of damage from the flaming hair. Are you still stepping back?
Well, because all I had readied was that. I didn't have an attack readied, right? All I was going to do was light it on fire.
Yeah, you couldn't attack at the same time.
No, so that's about it. I do step out of the way.
As a reaction to her, I'm just like, Riki, that was nonsensical. I don't understand your action.
But I do have the torch still with me and on fire.
Okay. As you step away, it tries to swipe at you, but with disadvantage because you're stepping away. Oh, I did a double click there. The first one hits though. So it manages to hit you as you run back, but you hold on to the spell, your haste spell. Jace.
Okay, so Jace stabs down at the troll with his rapier, trying to put it out of its misery. I get advantage because it's lying down. Is that right?
That's correct. It's prone. I might add prone onto it. And this time you sink your blade into its, assuming its eye.
Yes, I'll go the eye. That was the advice I got.
Okay, and it doesn't stir after the fire has been added and starts to take onto the troll.
Jace turns to Alarak and says, "Oh, what do you know? You're right about the eye."
Right?
I'll have to remember that one.
Yep, stab him in the eye. Definitely seems to work. Good call, Wabani.
Well, you know, I'm wise in some ways.
In some ways.
But I'm, out of character. I was just really waiting to hear the hasted voice of Alarak.
I don't have a helium balloon. I'll get one. Yeah, exactly. Is that with a voice changer?
Mixer.
Ah, right. I'll have to pick that up for next time.
Just another quick out of the character thing. If you put a parentheses C in the effect that you're put on yourself, whenever you take damage, it will automatically roll your concentration checks. I put a picture inside Discord so you can see. Anyway, that's
normally that does it for me, but with my suggestion, I don't actually have an effect that it applies. It's just
concentration. Yeah.
I always create effects, even if it doesn't typically have that when you drag and drop, just because it aids in that. Anyway,
sure, good idea.
Back to the troll. Make sure it's dead.
You see, Riki, I don't get your fire. Like, that makes no sense. You see, that was just plain utter logic. You stick something in its brain and wiggle a bit, and eventually it dies.
I'll be honest, I didn't like its hair.
I see. Well, I mean, at Alarak there, he's pretty good at scalping. Not too particular to it, but you see that beard that he wears.
I'll just stroke my luxurious beard.
Yes.
Does the troll have anything on it, or is there anything under the bridge?
Make an
Treasure what?
investigation check.
How heavily armored is its loincloth?
It's just fabric.
16.
You don't find anything on the troll. Are you going to investigate underneath the bridge now?
I am, yeah.
Okay. With a 16, you walk down there and you spend about 10 minutes. You find a couple of old humanoid carcasses there, and working through that, you find some loose change and a couple of gems.
Okay.
Do you want me to add
Where
that
did
to your
Jace
character
go?
sheet?
I mean, we
Yes,
were having
please.
this conversation, and he just up and leaves. Merchants, it's okay. You can come back. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Got everything under control. Like I said, Alarak, you see how he took care of business there? It was as I said.
Just flex there. Actually, now that while I'm still hasted, have those horses run off?
Yes, they've all scattered to the four winds at the moment.
Reckon I could catch one?
It'll take you a little. You could probably catch one. Yes.
I'll be right back, Wabani. Speaking of leaving, and go after the one that was left last, which I believe was the one that almost ran over Ricky, because it should be closest and went into the woods, which is going to be a slow trek for it.
So you, just as soon as the spell wears off, you manage to catch Blinky and haul her in. And
Okay, good.
And the other merchants spend the better part of half an hour to an hour retrieving their horses and bringing them back.
Well,
Oh, I'm earning my pay. My 15... Oh, no, wait. No, it's not 15, is it?
yeah.
So Jace is quite injured, as is Wabani still, I think. I might sort of use do some singing, some quiet singing to get their song of rest performance and ability, and just try to tend my wounds while this is all happening, and hopefully we'll stay here long enough to get a short rest.
Here, Riki, let me take care of that. And I walk up to Riki where she's been cut, and I put a band-aid on her.
Oh, thank you, Wabani. That's very kind.
You can roll your hit dice. And I apply some bandages to myself as well.
Jace looks at Wabani and says, "See, this bit here, this is where Riki is exploding ice sliced into me."
I look at Jace. Yep, that looks about right. You trying to say something? Like, where the hell did you go?
I go. I was searching under the bridge, checking for more trolls, making sure we're in the clear.
And junior member, what did you find? Taking off like that without telling your superiors?
Wabani. It's an amusing game, but really, I see positions with within the Dodgy Brothers as ones of equals.
I grudgingly go over there, and I will give him add some bandages to him as well. Oh geez, that sucks. Sorry, dude. That was a 5 healing for you, plus your hit die.
Thank you, Wabani.
Can we have a short rest while we're doing this, while Alarak is gone searching for the horses?
Oh yeah, it's only 5 minutes for a short rest, so yeah, that's not a problem.
And you're playing your lute in that time?
I am. So if you want to spend an additional hit dice, you can then get the benefits from the First time for us.
Would it be? Do I have to use another hit dice, or would it have been included with the healer's kit usage?
You can
No.
get it included on top of.
On top of? Oh, thank you.
Oh, awesome. So that's an extra.
Extra 1d6.
Jesus.
Better than nothing.
Oh,
And
dear.
Jace rolled a 1 as well. that loot playing, I mean, not so bad, but
This is
One of
why
them-
only
Jace.
the line-free glove guys likes it. This is why.
It's a couple of the notes are out of tune, or the strings are out of tune.
Need to fix that.
yeah, maybe tighten that thing or loosen. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Oh, look, Alarak, you didn't even get hit. Damn, that loincloth is something else.
I know, right? I can get you one.
No.
No. Honestly, you got to try it out. It's really the breeze is excellent, and I'll get that troll's loincloth for him.
I pointedly look up to the sun and look back at him and blink a couple of times. Really, Alarak? Really?
Yeah. No. You gave me a sincere compliment. You clearly wanted one. I'm just going to cut this up a bit to make it a bit smaller. Here you go. Try it on.
No. Do I need to tell you again about sunburns and being an albino? Jesus. 3
Yeah,
years and I still got to tell you the same thing?
Nightwear. Here you go.
Oh, like pajamas.
Exactly.
PJs. Ah, I see. I wonder how the mosquitoes are over here. So you found nothing at all, Jace?
Jace pulls out the coins that he found and says, "Do you want your cut?"
What did you find?
How many coins did I get, Dan?
80 silver that I've currently added into your inventory.
Thank you. Okay, so he's got Jace has 80 silver in his palm.
I look at him closely, like give him that hard stare. 80 silver divided by 4, that is 30 for me, 30 for Alarak, I think. Is that right?
He closes his hand and says, "I think you can get 20."
Is that right, Alarak?
I'm not too sure. I think Riki also needs. I think it's 25, 25, 25. Sounds about right. And then we can't forget Bindi, of course. Bindi gets the 5.
Oh, yes, of course.
Look, Bindy's happy to be paid in coffee.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Here we go. I'll give Bindi some of my coffee.
We are outdoors. It's probably the best time to do it.
I've been
Keep her
waiting
away
weeks
from
for
me
this.
time.
You could send her after the horses if there are any other horses missing.
I'm sure she will
Okay.
do a good job.
Is she going to ride the horses back?
Well, one of the tiny houses on the horse's back is probably hers. So
I'm going to go over here and with my dagger, I'm going to try to carefully carve Dodgy Brothers into the stone of the bridge.
So Jace gives everyone 20 silver. I think you might have to record that on your own character sheets.
Make a general dexterity check, Wabani, to see how well you do.
That is a 14.
You do a passable take on Dodgy Brothers on the stone bridge. When you look at your dagger afterwards, it's certainly bent into a bad shape and will need to be reworked on if you were to ever use that dagger offensively.
Oh boy. And I under my breath, I'm just like, oh, if Jace only knew this was his dagger.
If only. As Wabani's doing this, Carl walks up after having his merchants retrieve the horses and the caravans and goes, "Ah, well, that was good work you did there, although
You're welcome.
I don't know why that troll ran past us.
Stupid creatures, trolls. You'd think they'd know which way is north, really, wouldn't you?
Oh, I haven't had much to deal with those creatures, but what I've heard of them, they're rather stupid. But I appreciate your help, and I mean that's certainly why I hired you. Poor Lucius took a beating. I'm glad you were able to get him back up.
Yes, well, it's all part of the service, but perhaps if you felt moved to offer us a bonus, we might be we'd gratefully accept it.
This is what I pay you for.
Oh, I just thought that maybe you might have been particularly impressed, and a bonus might have been something you wanted to bestow on us. But if you don't feel that way, then that's fine. We should continue on.
Exactly. Let's move on. We might be able to get to Alves in the next few days. Hopefully, we won't run into any more of these creatures.
Sounds
You
like a
guys
plan.
I'm hearing silence, so I was a bit worried for a second.
I'm with my hand in front of my mouth. I'm in saying the words without actually saying them. Danger pay to Alves.
Yep. Those negotiations. Now I give the sort of wibbly wobbly hand sign. Not too impressive.
The wibbly wobbly hand sign. What the hell is that?
You take your hand, you put your palm face down, and then just sort of shake it about a bit. Going,
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so you head on for the rest of the day without interruption, and that night you make camp in a decent grove of trees just off the road. And while you guys are preparing food and the merchants are having their food, Carl walks over and goes, "Well, if we keep moving like this, we should be there in a couple of days. Looking forward to it. They will be having a bit of a festival there to signify the end of summer. So it'll be the last hurrah until the austerity of winter sets in. Should be quite a show."
It's still like what, 30-some days before we get there?
Well, no, that's to go all the way down to where Namtar
okay.
believes
Right.
he is. They're just heading down to Alves, but not heading any further. You'll have to work out what to do after that.
How far is Alves from here?
Alves is probably about 4 days travel from Medano. It's just into the northern reaches of the duchy to the south of Pedro Cisco, which is Sanctus.
So Carl, what does one normally do at this festival?
Well, there's lots of drinking, there's lots of eating, there's a bit of dancing, and I think the highlight is where they grease up a few very large pigs and let them loose in the village, and whoever is able to chase down and catch them can claim the pig as their own.
Oh, so it's not like up north they have something similar, but if you capture the pig, then you get to claim. And I look at Riki, and then I stop talking.
What were you going to say?
I don't know. Nothing.
I just shake my head and go over and count some leaves.
Should we perhaps carry on?
Well, I mean, maybe tomorrow. It's I think it's time for sleep soon.
Oh, should we sleep near this bridge? What if the trolls come back?
No, you've moved on from the bridge. You're setting up camp.
Cool.
Sorry, I apologize if you missed that portion.
I missed that.
Yeah, you've travelled for the rest of the day, and you're now in a grove of trees, setting up camp for the night.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to presume that we're going to have time for a long rest, and I'm going to swap out Ice Knife.
Yeah, speaking of, my tactics are all perfectly sound. Jace, I don't know how you got them to obey you. That was fantastic. Maybe just let us know you're doing that.
Yeah,
maybe
verbalize.
say,
Jeez.
it's fine. He's going to let us pass now.
Did you say that?
Pretty sure I did. Here, let me give you a demonstration. Alarak, you're our waiter for the evening.
Okay, what's the save?
He's going to target you, so he'll force the save.
Okay.
Roll the 9.
So with that, you believe that what Jace says is has a level of truth that you hadn't believed initially, and you do your best to help out with the cleaning and the cooking for the food that night.
Never said I was a good waiter, and if I'm doing the food, you get it. You guys are getting. I'm doing the food. You're getting rat. That is what Alarak would cook. That is the punishment for making Alarak the waiter.
So as Alarak is doing this, I kind of go up there and I got my hand raised in the air like I'm going to slap him across the face, and I'm ready to say something like "snap out of it." Just checking to see if Jace stops me. Seeing Alarak do things that are so abnormal, I just go up and I smack him. Snap out of it, Alarak. What are you doing? You're embarrassing me.
You come to after taking 1 point of damage.
But he cast magic on me.
Yeah,
The probationary member of Dodgy Brothers is mind controlling us.
Intern. Let's demotion to intern.
Probationary intern.
Jace,
Would agree.
You need to hand over a quarter of your monies to myself and Alarak for such flagrant abuse of authority.
Well, Barney, I just thought that Alarak could benefit from a demonstration to help avoid similar misunderstandings in the future.
I think, where's our health and safety forms? I think you need to fill those out.
What I saw was Alarak breaking my spell on the troll, and then fleeing and hiding behind me. It's hardly befitting a member of the Dodgy Brothers, I think.
We're not heroes.
I sit there and I kind of tap my finger against my forehead. You did run away, Alarak.
No, I was giving our probationary intern the opportunity to prove his bravery.
Hiding behind the probationary intern.
Pushing the probationary intern. Well, yes, but you don't put the king on the front lines. You put the rabble. You put the cannon fodder.
What? King? Where did that come from? You know what? This is probably a good place to, talking about this. You better start telling me a bit more about this fiancé of yours, Mr. Alarak. King? You mean if we focus on getting you home, you were like a king?
No.
Freudian slip?
It was more of a just turn of phrase. The tribal chief, the king. He's not the first one at the front of the lines, is he? He's sending the rabble.
But where I'm from, in the northern tribes, yeah, he's on the front line.
Really?
Yeah.
No. No. Where I'm from, the chief gets big and fat. There's no way he's going on the front line.
Do the chiefs where you come from have beards?
Not as luxurious as this. I'm probably going to get myself made chief when I get back. If I get back.
Just then his beard glistens in the firelight.
I'll tell you. I'll take first watch.
Fair enough. I'm going to motion to him, like, keep an eye on Jace. He's casting magic.
Just let him borrow your brush and it'll be fine. You know, the one that you, the special one?
I'm not letting him use that now. No chance.
So should I be dropping a magical mirror for Jace to use?
By the way, Riki, Alarak has got a that golden brush that we found
liberated
in Feldisha's place. Liberated, yes, from her wardrobe. It is now a golden hairbrush of luxurious beard grooming.
Aww, that makes me happy.
Question, DM, was it just beards or was it all hair?
When you say all hair...
God. Well, Jace is definitely not getting to borrow it.
I think she was referring to Bindi.
You can explore and find out. You've only used it on your beard so far.
You're not getting your weird all hair brush anywhere near my squirrel. Bindi has her own teeny little brush, by the way. It stays stored in her teeny little house.
Is this house like in your on the back of the horse, or is this in your backpack?
Is this a trick? Is this a trap?
No,
the location of it is very important. Its survival comes down to this answer.
I'm having trust issues right now. What is he going to spring on me? Did we just lose the teeny brush in the teeny house on the back of a horse in the middle of the forest? Will Bindi be traumatized? Will she be messy haired for the rest of her teeny little life?
There is a question about whether or not poop sticks to Bindi's fur.
Oh, don't worry, I've got prestidigitation. It's useful. That's actually why she stays with me.
Can't clean herself.
Yeah, and she just it's below her.
Queen Bindi.
That's it. Queen Bindi, but not on the front lines. No, she's got a teeny little house, a teeny little storage backpack in my backpack, like a backpack within a backpack.
When I go on watch, I think what I'm going to do is just climb a tree onto a thick branch, and I'm just going to kind of just take it easy on the branch and do my lookout from there.
Okay, so you guys are settling down for a night's rest now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What's the watch order again?
I'm first.
Always first?
I can't see in the dark, so...
Okay, so yeah, we've got Wabani first, Riki second, Alarak, and then Jace. So can I get you to make a perception check, please, Wabani?
Okay, here we go. That is a 21.
Okay, so it's a relatively bright night at this point in time. The moon is full, and hardly any clouds in the sky. And the next 2 hours go by uneventfully. You don't see or hear anything apart from the normal wildlife, a couple of hoots from owls, but nothing too sinister.
So as I go to wake up Riki, I take a cup of water from the pack mule, and I stop by where Jace is sleeping, and I stick his fingers in the water. I wonder if this works for half elves.
So make a perception check, please, Jace, to see if you wake up from this.
What do I got to roll to see? Sleight of hand? Oh,
That's a
shit.
22.
So, yeah, you can do a sleight of hand if you want, but
All
I
right.
mean, this is more if he's just noticing this as he's sleeping.
Ooh, 19.
So, Jace, you woken up from a beautiful dream of yourself and Nessie on a lovely boat cruise down the river, to finding that Jace, that Wabani seems to be placing your hand in a cup of water, and that feeling of running your hand along the river in that dream is actually your hand in this cup.
What? Wabani, what are you doing?
Well, up north, this is a custom where by doing this, it's a form of initiation, and then I just walk away.
Just shakes his head at Wabani and empties out the water, then goes back to sleep.
Okay. Then you go and wake up Riki?
Yeah, I woke up Riki. I woke her up before I did my experiment.
Okay, I'm up.
All right, can I get you to make a perception check, please?
Prepare to be either dazzled or horrified. That's an 11.
Okay. You spend your time looking out for anything that comes nearby. Get distracted by Bindi a couple of times, but it's another uneventful 2 hours. And then you head off to wake Alarak, I assume?
Yes.
Did you want to do your perception check, Alarak?
Sure thing. Get that coffee going, and not the same water.
Not the same water. All right. You don't notice anything in that 2 hour stretch either.
Okay.
And lastly, with you, Jace?
Okay. So 12.
Okay. So you work through the remainder of the night and into the morning, and there is a few noises near the end there of the birds waking, and it's another brilliant autumn day in the fine realm of Delimnor. And you guys ready to head out, and the next day sees the next few days sees nothing of note, and by the time you get there in the third day, you find Alves in the distance, and he's not dead, no. And Carl walks over and slaps his arm against Wabani and goes, "You guys should really try out for that pig racing. I think you'll enjoy it." And he hands over the remainder of the funds, which is another 15 gold for the last day.
I'm feeling cheap.
So what was the guy's name that we saved?
Lucius.
We could unsave him.
Was that out of character, or was that Riki just threatening?
Threatening Carl.
Riki just likes to toy around with ideas sometimes.
Wow, that is brutal.
No, she wouldn't do that. Bindi would, but not Riki.
Jace,
Bindi wants one of those tiny houses, damn it. No one's bought her one yet.
oh, dude. So with 15 gold, Jace takes 3 for himself and gives everyone else 4.
Well, he actually gave the money to Wabani.
Oh,
did
why
you?
would you do that? I'm in charge.
Are you still giving us money, Jace?
No.
Damn it.
All right. So, can I just put it? Can you just put the? Oh, you gave us 15. So
Actually, we've
15.
got 1 gold in the party sheet at the moment, so we can have 4 each.
So everybody gets. Yeah. Okay. So everybody just take 4 gold.
I mean, say take it. Is this being allocated, or is it just simply being
Yeah.
have
Just
to add
put
it.
it inside. Just modify your inventory tab.
Okay, I think with that we might take about a 6-minute break.
Mhm.
You are listening to ADlibnd. Now let's get back to the adventure. Welcome back, everyone. We last we left, we had the party had just reached the town of Alves, and it is at a time when they're having a sort of a end of summer celebration, and they say goodbye to the merchants as they're delivering their gear and they're not heading any further south. But it's the end of the day, and as you approach the town, you see that there is some festivities going on. There's some music drifting in from the town. It's not a very big town, and it looks a little bit farm centric, but there's some lovely bunting across some of the eaves of the buildings and such, and you see a few people dancing around.
To music or just dancing?
To music. There's like some sort of the village green where there's a group of like 10 people dancing to a small band.
How
Does
does
it
it
look
compare
like
to Jace's music?
Jace, it's your moment to shine.
Okay, Jace goes over to where they're playing and he starts harmonising with him on his lute.
Harmonizing or cavorting?
Can't he do both?
One leads to another, really, doesn't it?
It's just like I'm just imagining Mick Jagger joining an a cappella group.
Okay, so you head over. They don't recognise you, but as soon as you pull out, are you using your lute?
I'll use the lute, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you pull out your lute and start getting to it's just a simple country beat. You've heard it before, and able to keep time with the other players. And are you trying to outshine them, or are you just trying to keep going with them? Because they're not the best.
Not trying to outshine them, but I will try to carry them where I can, so see if I can cover up for their shortcomings with some of my own work.
Okay, can I get you to make a performance check?
Ooh, sounds like Patrick.
Oh, I don't know what happened then. I clicked twice, I think.
So that 13 there. So you do your best to keep the song in some semblance of harmony, and they appreciate your efforts, and the dancing starts to pick up a note of speed as the tune soon switches to a faster paced number, and the dancers start dancing around with happy abandon. There's some food stalls off to the side. A young human woman of probably about 18 or so walks up to you, Wabani, and is trying to drag you into the dancing circle. Are you happy to do so, or while
Yeah,
you
of
find
course.
some music? Thank you for the music.
Now I would love to see Wabani polkering.
Here we
Are you a polka man?
That's
Brewfest music.
That's a little loud. Can you put it down a bit? Yeah, cool. Thank you. So,
There we go.
are you trying to dance? So you're dancing with this 18-year-old girl?
For sure.
Okay. Can I get you to make a performance check?
No, but okay. That's a 9.
Okay. You don't know this song, and the steps are a little bit foreign to you. But by the end of it, you picked up enough of the rhythm to not make a complete fool of yourself. And she gives you a big hug and thanks you for your time, and then moves on to someone else.
When she gives me a hug, I stop cold.
Do you?
I stop cold.
She looks at you and says, "It's okay, dear. It was a lot of fun.
And
You should
with
do
my
it a bit more
alabaster
sometime."
skin, my cheeks are as red as can be with my alabaster skin. A contradiction.
She doesn't notice. She heads off, a little bit oblivious to your uncomfortable situation.
Riki makes her way into a corner somewhere fairly close to the music, but not particularly far away. Spreads out a little mat in front of her, sits down, and just little Bindi pops out onto the mat and starts polkering with the best of them.
Very cute. Are you doing anything, Alarak?
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm going to ask around. There was a pig chase.
I heard there was a big Jace.
Pig.
Oh,
Oink, oink.
Jace.
This is my accent with these tusks.
So you mentioned this to one of the group there, and a guy who's dressed a bit like a farmer, loose brown slacks and a bit dirty, and but a good-looking white shirt. He looks like he's tried to dress up for the occasion. He goes, "Oh yeah, they'll be bringing the pigs out probably in a couple of hours, but if you hang around here, you'll meet." Just hold on a sec. Elder Wendigo will be out, and he'll announce the competition, and then they'll let the pigs loose. It's lots of fun.
I can't wait. I am going to win this. All right, how many pigs are there? What are the rules, though? Before he announces it, I'm guessing you locals will know the gist by now. Is it just catch a pig?
The pigs are quite big, but and they tend to grease them up, so it's not as easy as it looks. But yes, you just have to catch it.
Wait, your elder's called Wendigo?
Yeah, that's his name.
That's vaguely terrifying. I don't know if I want to meet this man.
Just as you mentioned this, an old man who's wearing robes stands up and goes, it's about to start the eating competition if anyone wants to join in.
You know what? That sounds like a great idea. Just before the pig run, let's do it.
Who will they be eating?
What?
What kind of a village is this? You worship a Wendigo as your leader. Oh my god.
So Elder Wendigo is an older man. He's in his 70s. He's got white hair. He doesn't look anything like what you described, Megan. Just Frankie. It's just an unfortunate name.
I don't think his mother liked him very much.
The eating competition. Wendigo points out that off to the side there seem to be starting up a set of pies and meatballs and some carrots and stuff like that. The Elder Wendigo speaks up and goes, yes, well, we'll be having the eating competition very soon if you'd like to head over there. So, are you going over there, Alaric?
I definitely am. I'm going to go. Right, let's go up to Reiki here before I go up. What magic can you do to assist, creatively interpret the rules?
Okay, but I do just want to give you a little bit of warning first. The elder's called Wendigo. This is an eating competition. If their pie baker is named either Sweeney Todd or Benjamin Barker, you just run and you just keep running.
Sweeney
Duly noted.
Todd, Benjamin
Okay.
Barker. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
write
in on
those
this
things
too.
down.
I'm definitely chasing a greased pig. That sounds like an interesting bit of fun.
Riki is extremely widely read, by the way.
And I'm going to definitely write, because Alarak can most definitely read and write in his book on this bit of
Okay.
paper he finds.
So, because Riki's a little bit more worried about Alarak's welfare than probably the rules, she kind of does think it might be alright to cast haste on him first.
Wait, what? No, Wiki, don't do that. In my village, if it's a good competition and you put spells, that'll get you kicked out.
You think so? You think they'd find out?
Do it subtly. They've never seen someone like me before. They don't know how fast I can eat.
I don't know. They might have pretty high standards. They do have an elder. They do have a terrifying elder.
Is there like a somatic component to that spell of yours?
Yes, I'm afraid there is. So you're right. It may actually not particularly work very well.
Maybe if you don't need to be seeing him, maybe just go to the outhouse and do it from there.
I do need to see him.
Ah, damn.
What about just a bit of help? 1 pie's worth of help. I think Bindi can chip in.
You would like Bindi to help you eat the pie?
Well, there's going to be lots of them. I'm going to have to eat like 20. If Bindi could just take 1, that'd be great.
You want her to hide in the pie or eat the pie? Because I don't think her stomach is a bag of holding.
I'm fine with either, but I was thinking, oh, I need a shirt. Oh, puffy shirt.
Oh, can
Under
you...
the puffy shirt, and just drop some crumbs, about a pie's worth over 20 pies. That way I'm 1 pie down.
Alarak, do you remember that village up north? There was that old woman, and she used to have this cat, and every once in a while, when we were, doing our thing, we saw that the cat would, the woman would do something, and then the cat would go off, and it would like touch someone, and they would react to it. Can you do something like that, Riki? With Bindi?
What? Cause an allergy? I don't know.
Oh,
no.
Bite the toes of the other competitors, just like from under the desk or something.
No, I think squirrel
I think
allergy
she made
sounds
her
more fun.
cat carry spells, is what I think. Can you do that?
Goodness. I don't know. We've never ever tried it before. I mean, she is an actual little forest animal. I haven't actually summoned her. She might just implode into a ball of fluff. That would make me very sad.
But it would also really get their allergies going if they have them.
It really would.
I mean, especially if she was rolling in a dust.
Oh,
Aerosol squirrel is terrible for people with squirrel allergies.
Okay, I tell you what. You know what I will do first? I will ruffle her up so her feather is... She doesn't mind it. She doesn't mind a bit of a dust bath and her feathers. I'll put some feathers on her as well because she might like that.
Yeah.
That way we'll get the people with the pigeon allergy. So we'll ruffle her feathers that she sticks on herself. We'll ruffle up her fur and we'll get her to roll in the dust. That way we'll get squirrel, pigeon and dust all at... And flowers. Hay fever.
Yep.
So
yep.
Bindi's
Anyone
just
got a cat?
basically going to be... okay, we'll rub some cat hair on it. Poor little
Flour,
Bindi.
the gluten allergies.
And then we
I
can
didn't see
feed...
any cats in the village, though.
Well, how are they eating the pies if they've got the flour
I think
allergy?
if they've got a gluten allergy, they probably are not going to be in the pie eating contest. Unless the baker's particularly helpful.
Could be a
To
gluten-free pie.
celiac or paleo individuals.
As Riki's saying this, you can hear over your conversation Elder Wendigo going, "Last calls for the eating competition. Anyone who wants to join?"
Yep. I'm up. I got my hand in the air. Yo.
I'm running over towards them.
Mate,
Okay, so
here.
I brush Bindi's hair. I cover her in a bit of dust, and I say, "It's okay. I'll make this up to you later. I swear." And then I just sort of walk over to be near the table, just fairly surreptitiously, and look for any other things that I may be able to rub on poor little Bindi before we make it to the competition.
Make a perception check as you're walking towards the table.
I'm just going to note one really cranky squirrel.
Depends what you roll. You catch, as you're moving towards the table, you catch sight of one of the revelers is wearing a hat that's a bit of a fascinator. It's got some flowers in there, and also a couple of feathers. So you could probably use those.
Okay. Bindi just leaps on the hat, grabs a few of those things off the hat, because we're not about subtlety here in this Bindi, and just runs away and hides.
As Bindi jumps onto the lady's head, she looks up and squeals and goes, "Oh, a rat! A rat! Get it! Kill it! Kill it!" But Bindi rolls around in it, and she runs away quickly, I assume.
Yes, she does. She runs straight back to me.
Did you? Can you give roll a d20 for a stealth check for Bindi?
Oh, poor Bindi.
So Bindi lands on your shoulder and looks back at the lady. She'd just been rolling around in the fascinator and sort of pokes her tongue out at her. And she goes, "Look, she's over there on the shoulder of that lady."
I say, I apologize. My little friend here has quite the eye for high fashion. This was the highest of squirrel compliments. I apologize. And then I pass her a gold coin.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know it was a squirrel. I thought it was a rat. But yeah, it looks a bit like a squirrel now. Okay. She's happy with the gold coin.
Jace goes up to Wabani and Alarak, gives them both a shoulder rub, and you got a point of bardic inspiration each to use.
Fantastic.
That'll be a D8, won't it?
I think it is now that I'm level 5.
Yeah.
And
so
get
as
dropped on us, or we just need to remember it.
Just remember it.
Okay.
So any skill check that you make, you can add a D8 on top of it before you know whether it's a success or a failure. So as you sit down at the table, 4 other competitors. There's a big burly man, a young-looking kid of about 12, a lumberjack looking lady, and lastly there's a old man of probably about 60 odd who sits down, and he's really skinny, and you kind of wonder exactly what he's doing in this competition.
He's gonna win it. Calling it now.
He's the real Wendigo.
He's just here for the hot mail.
This isn't.
It's the best meal of the year. Then he goes back to his shack and has to hunt for food. Okay, so they start serving the first meal, which is 3 pies, and they place them down each. And Elder Wendigo sort of holds up his hand and goes, "Okay, when I drop my hand, you need to eat these in under 30 seconds." And he holds up his hand and then drops it down, and everybody starts getting chows down into it. Can I get everyone to make a Constitution check who's playing?
Constitution check. Okay.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to add my D8 to that.
Don't we have to say that before we roll? Or can we do it after?
Before you know if it's a success or not, I believe. I believe you can do it before the roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
I will.
that's correct.
That's right.
So you don't know whether
will
it's
do
a
mine as
success
well.
or not, so you can roll it if you want.
That was a 2, natural 2 without it. So dirty 4, and with a bardic inspiration, that is now 4 plus 7, so we're at 11.
And I'm at
Okay.
10.
Okay, so you chow down on the pies, and everyone on the table manages to eat the pies in under 30 seconds. The boy seems to struggle for a little bit, but he works his way through and eventually does it. Yourself, Wabani, you find it a bit hard going until you remember the inspiring back rub. Well, actually, both you and Alrak feel the
thinking back to this back rub. Yep, this is what that
Yeah. Oh boy, that
the
back rub
bardic
was
energy
great.
runs through you, and you're able to push through. So Elder Wendigo goes, "Excellent, that's fantastic, and we'll move on to the next round now." And so they place down in front of you 4 carrots each, and he goes, now for this, you need to be able to eat these carrots in under a minute.
Just as they're about to start eating, I kind of sidle up. I don't really quite sidle up to the table, but I say, Bindi, just when they bend over to start eating the carrots, I want you to leap in front of them, brush your little tail up their noses, and just keep running. Especially that skinny man. He looks like just keep yourself safe. It is only an eating competition, and just come straight back to me.
So she's doing this on the table?
Well, she kind of wants to get all the stinky stuff up their noses as much as possible. I'm not really going to help on their feet.
Okay. So for the purposes of this, that'll be a disadvantage for all the people that this is happening to.
Okay. So she just sidesteps Alarak and Wabani.
Okay. So off she goes. So you get stuck into the carrots, and the Bindi races past you and starts harassing the other competitors. And when the Wendigo sees this, he goes, "Will someone get that rat off the table?"
So I'm so sorry. We've been traveling for weeks. I'm so sorry. She's clearly famished. Does anyone have a spare carrot?
So Bindi is able to affect 3 of the people: the burly guy, the young guy, and the lumberjack-looking woman. But the old guy on the end, she doesn't get to before they stop her. So can I get everyone to roll their checks this time?
Okay, here we go. Scheiße. That is a 9, dirty 9 for Wabani.
Can I do something about halfway through? Because we had a minute. I'm going to take out my clock because I feel this is going a bit too slowly. Timer's on my side and give myself that extra speed, that extra haste.
That'll give you advantage for this check.
Fantastic. Kind of helped up to a 13.
Okay, so Wabani, you find it hard going, and you get through 3 of them, but you just can't finish that 4th carrot in time. Meanwhile, the young boy and the lumberjack lady both get distracted by Bindi way too much to finish their food. But the old man on the end just keeps munching away, and the lumberjack, the big burly guy at the start, eats through his carrots relatively quickly. And also, Alarak, you are able to make it.
Fantastic.
And Elder Wendigo goes, "Excellent, excellent. It looks like we have quite the competition going on here. Well, I think you'll like this next one." And the next plate that comes out is a local delicacy. It looks to be something that's been served in an animal's stomach, and it's warm to the touch, but it's not piping hot. And you hear Elder Wendigo goes, "Yes, well, our next one is a local delicacy they call haggis, and we see if anyone can finish this off in 2 minutes. It's quite difficult, and I would be quite interested to see if anyone can finish this off."
Okay, so Riki's, how much of a crowd is there here?
Most of the village is looking around at this. It seems to be going quite well for some of the competitors, so they're watching enthralled. Okay,
so Riki's kind of hidden. She can actually see the people, but she's kind of hidden in the crowd, and the crowd's making a fair bit of noise, right?
They're cheering, yeah.
Okay, so Riki has a little bit of a think about it, looks over at the skinny old man, and casts haste on him.
Okay.
Jason's going to yell out, "Go, Alarak!" and give you another dose of bardic inspiration.
Yes. Thank you very much. We have got this in the bag. It's probably going to be a gold victory, what we spent on winning. That's just my prediction.
All right.
More
so
haggis.
with that, Elder Wendigo drops his arm, and the competition's off again. So can I get constitution checks from yourself, Alarak?
Should be all right on that one.
Okay, so the haggis is quite thick, and you work your way through it, but you do manage to eat it just in time. The burly guy is having difficulty, and at one point near the end, you can see he's almost about to vomit, and he rushes off away from the table. But the old guy just is persistently working away, and when you look over there, his plate is clean, and he's got a big grin on his face.
I glare at him.
Has anybody noticed that he's moving at pretty much double speed?
Make a perception check. Anyone who is interested. Both Wabani and Alarak notice that he seems to be moving a little bit quicker than what you'd expect.
Hey, Wendigo, what's up with that dude?
Hey,
that old
what?
man.
What? That's Frederick. What about him?
Look at how fast he's going. Something looks suspect.
Just at that moment, Frederick sort of stops and looks a little bit stunned. The haste spell wears off, and Elder Wendigo goes up. Are you okay, Frederick? And Wendigo walks up to him and touches on the back. Are you okay? And Frederick goes, yes. Oh, jeez, I don't know what came over me, but yes, I'm fine. So Elder Wendigo looks back at you, and goes, he seems okay. What's the matter?
I mean, if you didn't see how fast he was just humming his way through that. Seemed unnatural.
I pipe out from the crowd. Collusion!
Make a persuasion
What?
check.
Sorry, what?
Wabani, make a persuasion check.
Bugger. 19.
Oh wow. So with that, Elder Wendigo goes, and he goes, I'll just check to make sure, and he pulls out a little wand that he's been hiding underneath his robes, and moves it around in an interesting arcane pattern, and then to both yourself, Riki, and his eyes, a bit of an arcane glow appears around Frederick, and Elder Wendigo goes, yes, there seems to be a bit of arcane magic on him, and Frederick is just looking dumbfounded and confused. He goes, what? No, I don't know how to do magic. And Elder goes, look, I'm afraid you'll have to leave. You've been disqualified, but I'll have a word with you how you actually managed to do that. It looks like we have a winner. And the crowd cheers, and Wendigo walks over to Alarak and presents you with his prize. And for finishing the eating competition, you have these lovely boxes of chocolates that our Maggie, Elder Maggie made. They're a pristine, lovely box of chocolates, and I hope you'll enjoy them.
Thank you very much. I am not looking forward to chocolates, I'll be honest. That's going to be maybe tomorrow.
Right. That's probably a good thing to do. Look, we might clean up here, and in about an hour, I think we might have that pig competition. If you guys are interested.
Wait. Yep, I'm going to catch one. Just give me a minute for the food came up.
No problem. Got you covered.
I think I wait. Can squirrels eat chocolate, or is it a bit like dogs?
There's one way to find out.
I just look around for some other foods that's not going to poison my helpful little friend.
You can see off in the distance poor Frederick being led away. He's completely confused, but at least he's happy in the knowledge that he's managed to eat his fare for the next year. Or at least the next week.
Well, just goes to show. Cheaters never win.
Good lesson for everyone.
Indeed. Okay, so with that, Wendigo is talking with some people. They're trying to organise the pigs to be ready, and you can see that he's talking to some people, and they're bringing in some cages and starting to apply some oil and grease to these pigs that are inside the cages. And while this is happening, you notice that the music is starting to go, and there seems to be a bit more dancing going on while people wait. So, is there anything you guys want to do before the actual pig chasing?
Jace wants to take a short rest.
You can do that.
I have a thought, and I go up to Alarak.
Mm-hmm.
Alarak.
I'm going to call Ricky over because we're in this like plotting mode here. Yep.
That's a plan.
I remember this was before I met you, but there were some villages in the northern tribes where, in competitions like this, sometimes the winner was required to marry the chief's child.
Has anybody seen what Wendigoina looks like?
Well, it isn't even a female.
Yeah, I mean, but could be a good leader with good interpersonal qualities.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it, mate. I'm not too sure. And the prize for the first one was some chocolates. They're really ramping up the reward system if the prize of the second one is become chief-in-law.
The winner, the prize is you get
next
to keep
in
the pig.
line. Oh,
you
yeah,
recall
that was
the prize is keeping the pig.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that little Bindi would like a mount, apart from me.
How big are these cages? Are they? Is it?
They're quite big. Certainly quite big for a pig. You suspect that they've been feeding up these pigs for a while. Can someone make a history check, please?
I think we can do that.
I will certainly not.
Okay, so Riki, you get the understanding that this is sort of a bit of a celebration for the end of the harvest season, but usually what they'll do once someone has caught the pig, they'll dry it and preserve it so that they have food through the winter, and this is probably one of the reasons why this celebration started.
Oh no, we are getting a pet.
But you
are
don't
not
have
cooking it.
to have it killed. Certainly, they'll give it to you live.
Excellent. How big do they look in terms of? Could Riki ride them? Could Wobani ride them?
Well, they're rather corpulent. I would say they're a good 4.5 feet long and 2 feet wide.
So if they're corpulent, could we roll them?
You could do.
Okay. So then my next question is, right. So they're going to grease them up to make them hard to catch. How do we counter this?
Fireball.
We'll put that. I like your enthusiasm. We'll put that one on the. That's plan B. Plan B. I'm sure we can help with a plan A.
I'm presuming weapons are out of the question.
I got the impression that it was kind of like a wrestling thing, where it just had to be you grab the pig.
Traditionally, it is wrestling, yeah.
Right, no nets and stuff. Okay.
So effectively, this will be making a grapple check, but with disadvantage due to the grease.
Is it possible for me to talk to the pigs? Is there an opportunity to do that?
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. They're working on them at the moment. But there's people there greasing them up, so it might look a little bit odd. But you can certainly give it a try.
Might look odd, but they won't know what I'm saying to them. So your plan is you want to keep the pig for a pet? Is that right?
I was thinking a mount, but yeah.
Okay, and if someone else wins, they're going to kill it and
cook it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I cast speak with animals. I go over and say good day to the people working on the pigs, and then I kneel down and next to one of the pigs and start talking to it in pig and say, look, see that big half orc over there? He's going to be trying to catch you in a minute. Now, everyone else here, they want to catch you and eat you. He wants you as a pet. I know which one I'd like best if I was in your position. What do you say, Piggy?
The piggy is about to respond to you when the person who's been greasing up the pig looks to you and goes, "Oh, you all right, mate? You're leaning down to the pig and snorting and crying on like that. What the heck's going on?"
Oh, I just like pigs. They like me. I was just saying hello before the big fight. I'm not going to be not big fight, the big competition. I'm not going to be entering myself, but it's a good way to get your clothes all messed up. But I thought I'd say hello, little porkers.
by snorting and oinking.
How would you talk to them?
Well, I usually don't. So yeah, right. He turns away and ignores you. But there's a look in his eyes of one that you got a couple of kangaroos loose in the top paddock. Meanwhile, the pig looks up to you and goes, "Well, what's this about it being eaten?"
Well, that's what they want to do. These folks here, they kill and eat pigs. We're from out of town though, and my friends like pigs, and he wants to catch you to have as a pet. Means they take care of you.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
So the pig looks at you. Oh, actually, I'll just roll to see. Yep. Okay. The pig looks at you and goes, "Oh, I don't like the sound of that." So you're saying that creature over there with the horrible horns on its head and the tusks is actually going to not
and
kill
magnificent beard. Why is
And
he noticing the
magnificent beard.
horns and not the magnificent beard?
me? He's a pig. He's focused on threats.
Fair enough.
Sorry, your response, Jace?
Yeah, so that's the one. He, if you let him catch you, don't let anyone else catch you. Let him catch you, then he'll take good care of you.
All right. Well, I'll try and run towards him then. That might be a good idea.
Good thinking. That's what I'd be doing if I were you.
And the guy greasing up the pig is just about finished. He goes, "Oi, you gonna stop talking to that pig now? You're starting to worry me."
Jace says, "So yeah, we're just having a chat. We're done now. You have a good day, mate."
Right. Okay. So now you have a pig that's going to go towards you, Alarak.
I'm
Certainly
presuming
seems like-
Jace explains this on the way back. It's an hour in the competition.
Yep. I've done my bit. So I've told the pig to let you catch him, and he's going to be running straight to you.
Which one?
Jace indicates the one.
So the one
Is it
he's
multiple
pointing out
pigs?
to. This one, the one that Jace spoke to, is a sort of a brown-looking pig with a couple of pink flecks to its side. There's another sort of creamier-looking pig, and there's a couple of others.
Okay, so the brown one with pink speckles. Got it.
Did you ask
Yeah.
it its name?
I didn't, you know.
Oh.
Jace goes back and just yells out to the pig, "Oi, pig, what's your name?"
Before you get close, the guy who was greasing up goes, "Hey, that's enough. Toddle off."
Could you
Jace turns
sing
around and
it?
goes back.
Could you sing that to the pig and pretend it was some kind of show?
Oh my god.
Have you tried singing in pig? It's not a pretty sound.
It's a mini game.
But while Jace has Speak with Animals still going, he has a bit of a chat to Bindi. Catches up on things.
Bindi speaks gushingly of Riki.
Ricky's still busy cleaning Bindi. Poor little Bindi.
I'm
Hey, if
assuming
you're
you
doing
just
that, I'll give you something to try. I want to see if this works. Here's the airbrush.
All right, so we try the brush on Bindi.
After a few strokes, her hair starts to become extremely clean, and it glistens in the moonlight. And
That's
she looks
a very impressive brush.
And she looks for all the world like a very well groomed squirrel.
Bindi clasps her hands to each other beside her face, and her eyes get really big, and she goes, "Yay! Thank you!" And she's really, really happy. She feels like the belle of the squirrel ball.
Just as this is happening, Elder Wendigo comes back out and goes, "Oh, I think we should start this pig competition. Right, smart. Do we have any people competing?" And you see the burly-looking guy who failed at the eating competition has sufficiently recovered now and is putting his arm up with a couple of his friends. And there's a few new people, a group of all females led by the lumberjack girl or lady, and there's a couple of other people, including the group that is run by the lumberjack lady. Was there's that 18-year-old girl that danced with you, Wabani, in there.
My cheeks get rosy red again. But is that Frederick who's coming back?
Frederick hasn't come back. No, not yet.
Okay, that wasn't him. All right, the burly guy. I thought that was the old guy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the old guy's named Frederick, and he's wandered off into the darkness, extremely confused.
Yeah.
No one's comforting him. The poor guy. You'll probably find him sleeping out somewhere in the next morning.
That's what you get for being a cheater.
Okay, after a few more minutes, there's quite most of the town seems involved in wanting to chase the pigs, and with that, Wendigo goes, "Okay, on the count of 3, we'll have the pigs released, and all you have to do is catch one, and you'll be able to have it, and we can prepare it for you if you need to."
Okay,
Jace
so I
gives
would have.
Alaric a shoulder rub.
Thank you very much. I think we would have positioned ourselves so that pig has a free reign with less crowd, kind of, so it comes over this way.
Okay.
And just as I'm about to get ready, I take hold of my wooden boar artifact, and I'm like, "Mesquin, are you about?"
As you ask that, there is a flash of light and a loud, and Masquin appears and goes, "Yes, Bowmaster?"
Good to see you again. Look, very quickly, I know that you can be invisible, so, interfere with everybody except for myself and Alaric and anybody of the Dodgy brothers in this greased pig chase, if you will.
Oh, I can do that. Just hold on a second.
Make it
Just seeing if
visible.
anyone notices a bright flashing light and an imp appearing out of nowhere. One of the people in the crowd goes, "Oh, what's that?" Pointing towards Masquin. And people are starting to focus on what the person's pointing to.
What's what? As we block the view.
Is this?
'Cause we were
Are
out
you
in the-
asking Masquin to disappear now?
Yep.
With a flash of, or not a flash of light, he just sort of starts fading from view, and the people that were turning to look around and seem confused, and the person who pointed out goes, "I'm sure I saw a monster. I'm sure," and they start patting the person on the back.
I get that I look different, but calling me a monster is not appreciated.
No, not you. Some sort of flying creature.
I just jump up in the air as best I can. It's. I'm not exactly flying, but I'm pretty athletic.
She
just
sort of
doing
shakes
warm-ups.
her head. She shakes her head and ignores you, and then gets ready for the pig release. Wabani, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and you hear Masquin go, "Who should I bug with? Who should I attack first?"
the burly-looking ones. Don't hurt them. Just make it look like they mess with their. Don't hurt them, but mess with their ability to catch the greased pig.
Oh, of
Trip them
course,
up
of
and
course.
stuff.
Are you sure you don't want me to sting them?
Oh, most certainly. No. Don't hurt them. We don't want anything that's going to lead back to us. It's just all about winning this competition. We're trying to save that pig.
Okay, Ballmaster. I will do as you say.
I mean, pig, wooden boar. I mean, very close. This is aligned.
You seem to be talking to the air now, as Masculine has disappeared.
I just scratch my head. Ready to go.
As this is happening, Elder Wendigo raises his arm and goes, 3, 2, 1, and he drops his arm, and with a squeal, all the pigs start rushing hither and thither. The brown, pink speckled one starts racing towards you, but before it gets to you, one of the groups of people start to try and catch it. And I'll just see what happens. But he squeezes off. The grease is super slippery, and they don't get any purchase. The rest of the group seem to be busy with the other pigs, as this pig starts to race towards you, Alarak. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and make it look real. I have to grab it.
Okay, can I get you to make a strength check with disadvantage, please?
I'm going to aid in trying
Strength
to...
or athletics? Is it grapple?
Oh, it's athletics. Yes, it'll be a grapple.
I want to aid in trying to get the pig
And
to...
add the 8. So that is a 21.
You attempt to aid Wabani, but all you do is get in the way, and Alarak, quick as he can, sort of gets his arms around the pig and secures its movement, and it squeals in what sounds like frustration, but to Jace it sounds like happiness. And
Yeah, you're okay now.
And Elder Wendigo looks surprised. Oh, we have a winner straight away! The travelers from the north. That is astounding. And the next half an hour, the rest of the competitors do their level best to catch the remaining pigs, and do so after another 15 minutes or so. Whereas you get it in the first minute.
Well, I mean, that's just how good we are. Just naturally. No shenanigans, no cheating. We're just naturally good at this.
and Masquin would have just disappeared halfway through that then. Or like he would have faded away the 10 minutes been up.
Oh, definitely. Like, if there are some moments before the 10 minutes are up where you're for certain that some of the people would have caught the pig, but something unknown seems to tickle them or such, and the pig gets away. That's part of the reason it takes so long.
A marble rolls out mysteriously for no reason.
So, with all the pigs captured, the rest of the villagers walk back to Wendigo, and he goes, "Oh yes, well, we should be ready to prepare the pigs if you'd like to bring them to me." So, what are you guys doing with your pig?
No, thank you very much. And I'm guessing we've sort of calmed it down and still holding it firmly. But no, we're fine. Quick, what's its name? What's its name, guys?
Jess, that's the pig. What's
Benjamin
your name?
Barker.
Charlotte.
You'll have to cast another version of the spell because it's been over 10 minutes.
It's
okay.
Charlotte.
So it looks up to you and goes, "My name is Frederick von Stein."
Oh, we've got ourselves an evil pig.
Frederick von Stein.
Francis von Stein, actually.
Francis.
To split the name away from the old man who walked away confused.
Francis von Swine.
You can nickname him Francis von Swine if you want, but it's von Stein.
If you call it that, it may just poop on you while you sleep, and you won't be able to blame it on Bendy. It will look substantially different.
Frederick von Stein is fine. We are keeping him for for later.
Francis
don't-
Francis Bronstein.
We can name him. The pig told us its name. Now, it can't understand us.
Jace makes introduction.
Okay, so it sort of nudges up to you, Alarak, when Jace makes his introductions. There's a little squeal.
Francis, what are your favourite foods?
I like any sort of
Squill.
vegetables. I'm a bit partial to mushrooms. As this is going on, the other pigs are being bound down, and then can I get everyone to make a perception check, please?
Francis, don't look.
Oh, this is going to go badly.
17.
24.
27.
Oh wow!
Jace has a prescient moment.
So everybody but Riki notices that the temperatures start to drop quickly, and Jace, you notice some sort of light that's starting to build right next to Elder Wendigo. So
You called it.
I'll let you guys do something. Like you've got 1 round's worth of something here, and then I'll move on.
Okay, so
Apart from Riki, who doesn't notice.
this is all the information we've got.
Yeah, it's starting to get colder, and you see some sort of light starting to build near Elder Wendigo.
Jace yells out, "Look out, Elder Wendigo!" And then he sort of tries to put a bit of cover between him and whatever that light is.
Okay, Alarak is going to move to interpose himself between Frederick von Swine and this light. Nothing certain. Nothing certain from Freddy. It's not happening.
Francis.
And
He's changed the name.
when this light starts to emanate from Elder Wendigo, is just coming out of him? Is his hands moving at all?
No, he's distracted. He's looking at dealing with the other people there.
It's coming out from right next to him, not actually from him.
Doesn't look like it's coming from him. It's right next to him.
I'm going to run and try to tackle him. As in protect him.
Okay. So you race towards him, and just as you get so close to him, a bright light flashes and blinds you, and as the light dissipates, all you tackle is ash, and then all around you there's these bright sparks, and you've seen them before, these energy balls, but there's something new as well. And I'll just a second.
Oh, he got turned to ash right
You
in front
got
of me.
turned to ash right in front of you, and there's ash over your face.
And those stupid balls are back.
Those stupid balls are back, and also, oh no, I thought my fancy grounds was gonna kaput, but it's okay.
So as soon as I see that, I'm shouting, Cordwind Brown!
Okay, so just hold on a second.
That's a beautiful map. There's cabbages.
There is. I'm going to put you on the map. Wabani was trying to tackle poor Elder Wendigo. Where would you guys be?
So wherever Frederick von Swine is, I was trying to get between him and where the light was coming from.
I'm trying to find an
Maybe right there.
applicable. I'm trying to find an applicable NPC for Frederick.
A little teeny heart.
Look for Charlotte's Web.
What's that object in the corner of that building? Oh, it's a chimney.
It's a chimney, yeah.
With smoke coming out of it.
Okay, so Jay said he was going to look for some cover. This rock wall, is that high enough to provide some cover?
It would, but you're running to take cover, aren't you?
Yeah, that was my action in that first turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That if you're ducking low, yes, you would have had some time to take cover there.
And I would have yelled back to Reiki to protect Von Swine.
Good plan.
There you go. There's Frederick behind you.
Fantastic.
A bee.
It's a wild boar. It's the closest I could find. Okay. So before you, Wabani, is instead of Elder Wendigo, it's a horrible-looking serpent-like creature, glowing with the pulsating arcane energy. And you probably notice on there it's labelled as a mana worm. And yes, and instead of poor Elder Wendigo, he has just been turned to ash.
So I'm in my mind, I picture myself flying through the air as he crumples to ash underneath me, and I smack into the mana worm.
Well, you don't quite do that. You like the ash that is sprayed. You almost got to him in time, but it's the ash instead. I'm not making you prone or anything like that, but you're going to be adjacent to the creature when it starts. Can I get everyone to roll initiative?
That is an 11 for me.
Oof, a 5.
Oh, that's perception. That's totally not it. My initiative isn't that. It would be, I rolled a 4, not a +7. It would be a +3, so 7. My initiative would be 7.
Okay, I adjusted it for you.
Hey, both. Hey.
An obscenely short one too, apparently. Attractively thin. Oh my god. This extension is hilarious. Uncivilly bold frown. So I just need to find the first one. Okay, so the first energy ball starts to move towards one of the commoners, and they're fearful, and the villagers are trying to escape. But the first one moves and attempts to shock. But that woman is able to duck out of the way. She tries to run away, and it has another attack against her. Because she's not thinking straight. And she manages to get away. She starts running as fast as she can. Meanwhile, the energy ball moves up to Carl. Poor Carl! And he is not expecting it, and the lightning courses through his body, and he collapses to the ground.
Yeah.
Jace, you're up.
Okay, so just try to remember what happened last time we encountered these. They seemed to have a level of resistance when I was shooting them with my bow and arrow. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
You might stay with that for now, but maybe close later. So Jace is going to attack the small yellow ball, the uncivil bold frown, with his bow and arrow.
Okay, make your attack.
And that's a miss.
The it ducks out of the way and the bolt flies off in the air. Are you moving at all?
Jace might. Yeah, I'll fall back to where Reiki is, I think. Yeah, fall back to near Reiki, and I'll draw my sword.
This one moves up to the commoner and lets out a lick of fire, but this one also misses. The uncivil, bold, frowning-looking energy ball, if you could say that it has that, it might be just a trick of the light. Moves up to one of the merchants and lets loose a bolt of lightning that hits it, and he collapses to the ground dead as well.
So if the merchants all die, well, the villagers all saw us arrive with them, and they wouldn't think anything of us leaving with the merchants' caravan, would they?
I was about to offer my protection. I was going to yell out, but that's a good point.
So the small blue ball that seems to be attractive, but it's hard to say why, lets out a cold wave towards you, Wabani, but it misses.
You're not attractive at all.
Riki.
Alright, so Riki decides to go all magic missile on everybody. So I decide to cast magic missile at level 3, which will give me 6 of them. Okay, so I start out attacking him. Presuming gender.
I mean, they are balls.
It looks very hurt. The last one finishes it off.
Okay. And then I've got another 3.
Oh, wow.
And then I've got another 1. So I look over at the... let me have a look. I'm a bit worried about our merchant buddies, including Carl.
No, we've got a plan.
Alright, and I'm gonna move up next. Actually, I'm gonna call Frederick von Svein back towards me. Say, Frederick, come back here, quick. And that's the end of my turn.
So can you describe how you just destroyed 2 of the balls? Just like that.
Okay, I wave my hands in the air.
Abracadabra.
That's it. As Alakazam! Pew 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 pew! And magic missiles fly out in 3 directions. Just slamming into things and making them go pop!
And they do that. Okay, this commoner, seeing this horrible mana worm-like creature, turns around and jumps over the fence as quickly as he can, and then runs up the path.
All right, worm. What are you going to do?
This worm hisses at you, Wabani, and then you see it sort of coalesce a So I'm just looking up what it should do.
It does only 1 damage. It has -7 to hit. Fairly sure it's pretty easy.
And it falls over from a heart attack.
Oh yeah, so it hisses and the cold air starts getting even colder and it rears back, and then it lets loose a cone of ice breath that hits you, Wabani. Well, it goes over you, Wabani, and Alarak.
But not Frederick?
Not Frederick. He's just out of reach.
That's the important thing.
I wonder what cold metal will do to your privates.
Nothing good.
Oh, Jesus.
So you both fail the saving throw to duck out of the way, and it chills you to the bone, this horrible icy wind.
That didn't tickle. Ouch.
So the merchant with the braid goatee, seeing his comrades dropping to the ground, races away as quick as he can. An extremely small-looking energy ball moves towards the commoner number 4. And lets loose, trying to hit it. And is able to hit it with a essence of cold. And the poor commoner just freezes, as becomes a frozen statue where he stands.
Damn you, Cordwin. Always got your fingers where it shouldn't belong.
Meanwhile, another one moves up to one of the merchants. But the merchant manages to duck out of the... Merchant 3 steps away slowly and gets away from the energy ball. Commoner 8 runs away. Merchant 2 runs off the map.
Is that the girl that I danced with?
No. The girl that you dance with is Commoner 3.
Oh. Run, young lady, run, run!
She should be pretty tough. Wasn't she part of some lumberjack troop?
And she runs off up the hill, up the path. Bunny, you're up.
Towards the other glowing balls.
I will slash the hunga with my hungamunga. I will take a slash at the mana worm. 15. So I get a good cut through there. Ooh, there we go. And that's a 9 slicing damage. And then I will burn a key point to do Step of the Wind, which allows me to disengage. And I will yeah, I'll go over there onto the cabbage patch. And that's my
Okay.
That will be my bonus action.
The cold wind that hit you, both you and Alarak, actually leaves behind an icy terrain that slows you down somewhat, but you're still able to get to where you are.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to leave that there. So it's basically difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that would be my turn. Action, bonus action.
That commoner runs off. And that commoner runs off as well. Alarak, you're up.
I'm going to quickly turn to Frederick and point to Riki and Jace. Go, Fred. You know what to do. I'm going to activate Zephyr Strike. Give myself this extra movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get to there. I want to get all of those in range. At a quick pace.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the obscene ball.
It's a bit short, but I'm sure you can hit it.
So that was just a normal... Yep, got it. So this hit was supposed to be at advantage, because it is Zephyr Strike.
Okay, so roll a second time. And you hit, even though it is obscenely short. And it explodes in a wave of cold energy that you're able to duck out of the way.
Well, it's down on the ground. It was short. I'm guessing I'd have to jump over this wave of energy if it's a short.
Yes, you jump over it.
And just take position there.
What does Frederick do?
I'd like to think he has the... And he trusted us before.
Is he going to follow you? Like, I mean...
Well, I pointed to Jace and Riki.
Oh, okay. So he runs up and hides behind Riki.
Is the pig shorter than Riki?
It's probably about the same height.
Okay.
It's a big pig.
Riki's very tempted to climb on top of the pig.
That's why I got the pig.
So the commoner number 5 runs off the board. So this blue ball moves up to you, Alarak.
Mm-hmm.
And attempts to hit you with its freezing touch, but you duck out of the way. The yellow one moves up to one of the merchants. And he collapses to the ground, electrocuted as well.
Oh, no.
So it's like one merchant survived so far. Jace, you're up.
Okay. Jace is going to should retrieve his crossbow, and he's going to shoot at the small yellow ball one more time. Hopefully have better luck this time. And it's a hit. He follows up with Psychic Blade.
And that one just explodes. Oh, poor uncivil one. You having fun there?
I knew I had a pig sound somewhere.
Okay. And Jace is going to take just a couple of steps to get into range of Carl, and he'll cast Word of Healing at him.
So conscientious.
I know. He talks big game, but Jace is a bit of a softie, really.
So where are you moving to? Just there?
Just there.
Okay. Carl seems to wake up and is dazed, but is still alive.
Jace shouts, "Get out of here, Carl!"
Meanwhile, the small red energy ball bobs around behind you, Alarak, and attempts to hit you from the back.
Not that cheek again.
Indeed, but misses. Riki, you're up.
Alright, so Riki looks around and spots the energy balls that she can see, and she fires off at have a quick look. No, Alarak. Oh no, she fires off thinking she's going to help the merchants out. She's going to get 5 shots with this current level 2 magic missile. And then she aims at another one. A small blue energy ball. Although, come to think of it, I don't think any of the others are... I think all the rest of them are fairly healthy, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Okay. So I reckon Alarak's going to be looking after those 2 in a minute, so I'm just going to turn around and fire my last shot off at the small blue energy ball. Okay, and then I just sit tight.
That commoner runs off the map. And the mana worm hisses and then it starts moving up towards you, Riki, Jace, and Frederick. And it unleashes another wave of cold, icy wind.
Oh no!
Oh, bugger.
Well, Barney, what have you done?
So it's going to be targeting all 3 people.
So I can't use shield, can I?
It's a saving throw. So this is a saving throw, so yeah, shield will not be effective on this.
Oh, bugger.
You do succeed though. So you only take half damage. Oh, Frederick!
Oh no! Oh.
So another aura of cold wind chills the floor, and poor Frederick collapses to the ground, dead. Riki ducks out of the way of most of it, but poor Jace takes a wave straight to the face. It chills your hair. Not the face, anything but the face. So meanwhile, the small energy ball moves up towards you, Jace, and attempts to hit you from the back behind, but misses. Merchant 2 races off the map. Commoner 3 races off the map. Wavani, you're up.
I will... Oh, plans get changed so freaking quick. I am going to have to... Damn it. Ruin my plans. I will walk up to the worm and waving my hands about as I intend to cast
Healing word on the pig, yes.
On the bard, yes.
I will...
What you doing, Wavani?
No, that wasn't what I was thinking. What I was planning to do, I was targeting the mana worm, and that's what I was going to do. So I will attempt to do inflict wounds on it as I scrape my hands along the side of the worm.
Okay, make an attack roll. You hit.
Shit, I meant to say I was going to cast that at level 2, but I didn't say it out loud, so...
That's okay, you can do it at level 2.
Oh, cool. I did it at level 2. So that's 25 necrotic damage. So that is my action, and as a bonus action, I will... Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action. I'll burn another key point to put patient defense on myself, which basically allows me to have the dodge action.
Okay. Commoner 6 races off the map. Alarak.
Alright, targeting the small one. No, try the big one.
It's only a medium one.
The medium one. We'll try and give him a planar warrior strike. And 14 is a miss.
It is.
Oh well, still going over there.
Okay, so ending your turn?
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on. What's going on there?
Oh, I'm just rolling a save for Frederick.
Oh, right, okay.
Did he say?
Sorry, damn, it didn't move me, that's what I was saying, yeah.
That's good. Yes, he did. Okay, Carl stands up and races off. He only gets that far, though. The medium energy ball follows you step for step, Alarak, and attempts to unleash another wave of cold towards you. This one hits.
I'm going to absorb elements this one.
You want to set that up now? To resist cold?
That is a good point.
If you don't have that... okay. I'll just roll the damage and then I'll have it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can add 6 health back on if you want.
Fantastic, I will do that.
Jace, you're up.
Okay, Jace is going to drop the crossbow and draw his rapier and strike at or lunge at the small blue energy ball.
You hit it. And it explodes in your face. But it does nothing to you. It explodes on your chest.
Pig.
Are you moving at all?
Yeah, so Jace, first I want to healing word on myself.
Very chivalrous.
I'm not
I think
feeling
people
on
remember
pig.
this.
And roll your healing surge.
Okay, and I think I'll close in on the mana worm. So I'm flanking it with Wabani.
Okay. The small little red energy ball starts to flank Alarak.
Mm.
And that's a hit as well.
Let's go, turn the small one.
And a lick of fire catches your back and adds a burn scar to your shoulder region.
Another scar, I'm fine.
Ricky, poor Frederick von Swine is down behind you, and you're standing on chilly ground with a mana worm in front of you.
Yeah, look, I'm not immediately adjacent to the mana worm, am I?
You're not, no.
Okay, so Frederick is kind of stable for now, so I step right out to the side. And then I aim at the blue energy balls. So I just want to take those things out.
You are standing on a wall, by the way.
Because I am awesome. Well, that one's got a few hit points.
Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 5, 2.
Alright, well, that's my turn up. Next.
Okay.
Ooh, an automatic roll there.
Yeah, it's recharge.
Yep.
Alright, so the mana worm, it's gonna whip out at you, Jace, as you move up towards it. Just hold on a second. It whips out towards you, Jace, and catches you. And then mists seem to form around it, and it disappears from where it used to be and appears on the roof of the house nearby.
Bugger. Opportunity attacks?
It's casting Misty Step, so no. Wabani.
Right. As a bonus action, I will throw a healing word on top of our piggy. Bring
Okay,
him
I'll
back to
roll
life.
a healing surge for it.
Yep. And then as an action, seeing the worm up on the roof. Is it still, are we doing non-Euclidean distances, so it's still 30 feet away?
It's still 30 feet away, yeah.
Okay, and then I will attempt to do Toll the Dead. That's what I have to do.
It fails.
Ooh, nice. 8 necrotic damage. And at that, I will run over to get beside Frederick to try to protect it.
Okay. Alarak.
I'm going to look down at my glaive. Right. Time you actually made yourself useful here. I'm going to run up as close as I can to the worm. Bonus action, Misty Step with the sword up to right next to it.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
And now it's time to slap it.
Go for it.
Try and skewer it with this. So it's just a normal one because I've used my bonus.
Job.
And that
25
should
hits.
have another 1d6 cold.
Ooh.
Okay, you want to roll the 1d6?
That would be a 4.
Okay. I'll update that. Frederick wakes up from its chilly, death-like embrace, and that from it being frozen to death, and squeals in your face, Wabani, and then starts to run.
No, Frederick, damn it! Oh,
It provokes, by the way. Do you want to attack it?
no. And let's say, sure, an animal handling provoke.
No.
Okay.
A grapple?
Okay. Medium energy ball is going to move up towards you, Jace, since you're the closest.
Alright, again with his hiding behind the bard.
Question: Did he have to go through the difficult terrain to get there?
It's the difficult terrain's on the ground, and these things fly.
Ah.
So you feel a cold brush against your arm, and the water nearby crystallizes, and you get a bit of frostburn. Jace.
Okay, Jace.
Protect Frederick, Jace. That's the most important thing.
Jace is getting a healing word on himself again.
As a reaction, I shout to Riki, "Riki, get Frederick or Francois."
Okay, then he's going to attempt to skewer the medium blue energy ball. But he misses.
This one ducks out of the way. The small red one flies up next to you, Jace. It misses. You duck out of the way. Riki, you're up.
So when you said get Frederick von Schwein, did you mean like kill Frederick von Schwein or just run after him?
Save the pig.
All right.
I think our feelings towards I think our feelings towards this pig are clear at this point.
All right, so I can take a double movement. Right, I can move 35 towards the pig. What can I do when I'm gonna jump on that pig? I'm gonna jump on the pig.
Make an acrobatics check.
I will. That's a 13.
Okay, you jump on the pig and you manage to hold on just, but it's rather awkward. You're dragging your feet along the ground as Frederick keeps racing towards the north.
Heel, Frederick, heel, slow, whatever it is pigs do. Sit, I'll feed you something. Come on, mate, come on.
Bacon.
I'll get you to do an animal handling check next turn if you want.
Oh, I prefer acrobatics.
Okay. The mana worm, seeing where it is, vanishes from sight again, Alarak.
Oh, that's sneaky. Mm-hmm.
Just hold on a sec. It is 30, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to teleport down to there. And it's going to move to there. And then let out a cone that's going to hit you three and the medium energy ball.
Fudge.
Another breath of cold, icy wind brushes over you guys. You're up, Wabani.
Ruins my plan once more, fucking worm. I will.
It's a slippery sucker, isn't it?
It is true. Tis true. I am going to rush past and get. I guess that would be. Would you consider that flanking? No, because Jace is not there, is he?
What's your movement speed?
40.
Okay, yeah, even with the difficult terrain, that's fine.
But would that be no? Because he has to be up against it to be flanking.
Oh yeah, it's not flanking there though. No.
All right, so I'm still going to move there, even though in prep and hope we do flank. So I move across there, and once I am there, I will once more brush my hands across the whatever part that I can of this creature.
Are you casting that one at level 2?
I forgot to say it again, but no, it would have been a level 1.
Just because you missed.
No, not because I missed, but because I was intending to keep a level 2 available for a healing word.
Oh, okay.
But either which way, I missed.
You did.
Because I rolled a fucking 1. So that is my action. My bonus action... can I do an unarmed strike?
No. It has to be an attack.
It has to be when you use attack action.
Yeah. Not a spell.
And I use inflict wounds, so I can't cast another one. That's it. That's all I can do. Fudge! Wasted turn.
Alarak.
This is difficult. 5, 10. Alright. Can I get there? If I hop off the thing?
So you'll have to make a acrobatics check to jump to the ground.
That's fine, I guess. Yeah.
Oh!
Apparently.
You land with a wonderful grace, even which is surprising for a half-orc.
Alright. Bonus action, Zephyr Strike. We'll take out the medium one. Not Zephyr Strike, Planar Warrior. I keep getting those two confused.
$21. 11 damage. Nice.
And it explodes or it dissipates.
Fantastic.
Frederick von Swine runs north with Riki bravely hanging on.
Fare you well!
Not as fast. With Riki hanging on. Jace.
Okay, Jace is going to try to take out the probably the small red one. Might be the easiest target.
And you hit. And it dissipates as well.
Excellent. And so Jace is going to cast Healing Word. At Wabani, I guess. This is at level 2.
Nice.
And don't forget your hit dice.
8, 16. Oh, nice. I feel much better.
Are you moving at all?
Yeah, Jason's going to try to spread out a little bit so he can't get us with the cone again. So over there.
Okay. Riki, you're up. Are you going to hold on to Frederick, or are you going to re-engage?
Can I fire a magic missile from the back of the pig, or is that too tricky?
No, I'll let you do it.
While hanging on to the back of the pig, I turn around and fire. Just give it a crack. Alright.
Nice. 5, 4, 3.
It's not taking any damage.
It isn't. It's actually. It seems to be absorbing that energy and taking it into its form, and it doesn't look as hurt anymore.
Oh no!
Well, screw this. I'm just hanging onto the pig and riding off into the sunset. Sorry, guys. Piggy and I are out of here.
With it being healed by that force energy, you already hit it with force energy, didn't you, Alarak?
I did. Force. Yeah.
Ah, forgot about that. Well, we'll forget about that one. Okay, it turns around towards you, Wabani, and lashes out with its tail again.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Critical hit. What does it do? That's a lot of dice.
And it catches you in the sternum. The tail sort of, the point of it's as sharp like a dagger and just sinks in there and leaves a jagged scar in your chest.
As a reaction, I will use Wrath of the Storm. It needs to do. I guess I've already got it targeted, so it is. And I'm going to use my Channel Divinity and put Destructive Wrath, which means I max out the damage I'm going to be doing on this.
So is that just like 16 then?
DC 15.
Okay, it succeeds. So
so it takes. That's a good question. It succeeds. Does it? Even with Destructive Wrath, would it still be half damage?
It'd take half damage, yeah. So is it 2d8 or?
Yeah, so it's going to take 8.
8. All right, I'll just add that on. Okay. Then it snakes around.
Did it look like it healed with that?
No, that it took damage from that.
Okay.
It moves around to there.
Well, I'm going to take a strike at it. Left my range. All right, and let's add the orcish damage as well. Oh no, it's on my turn, so we'll leave that, and then I'll just do the normal strike.
23.
There we go.
11 damage. Nice.
Wabani, you're up.
All right, I will. I had thought to be using this elsewhere. 38. Yep, I'm going to put a bonus action healing word as a second level spell onto Alarak.
You're aware he's got his fighter heal as well.
Yeah.
No, too late. Doesn't matter. I healed him anyways. And put your hit dice on it. And I will toll the dead once more on this guy.
And it fails. So roll damage.
11 damage. 11 necrotic damage on it. And it's still... Ooh, it's critical now. And then I will... I'm going to bugger off over here.
Okay. Alarak.
Finish it,
All
Alarak.
right. Get 30 to it. Jumping up on the ledge, I guess. There we go. I'm not going to do Planar Warrior. I've seen what Force does. We've established this one. And I figured out that Orcish Fury is not a bonus action. I was wrong on that, so we can just do it. Assuming
It's
this
only
one
once.
hits.
It's once per short rest, or?
Well, I mean, the last time we did it was the troll fight. We've had a long rest since then.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to remember. That's the situation. Yep.
25. What kind of damage? Woohoo! Look at that. 16.
Oh, it says
What?
it was using force.
Yeah,
It
you hit
shouldn't
force.
say Force. It's just normal second deco. That should not say
okay.
Force, because when you copied it in, you must have copied the Force? It shouldn't do any Force at all. Oh, I clicked the wrong Orcish Fury. It should just be normal piercing.
The Orcish Fury that you clicked says force on it.
Yes, I should have clicked the other one. My mistake. It should just be normal piercing.
So describe its demise. That's enough to kill it.
This is for Frederick, and I'd just like to get it right under the chin and pierce straight through, up through the back of the head.
So the glaive sinks in, and it squeals and squirms and hisses at you, and then it falls limp, and your glaive sort of bends down with all its weight on it. And make a strength check to see if you hold on to the glaive. It slips out of your hand as it collapses to the ground, and the glaive clatters to the ground. But then it starts to disappear. The essence of it sort of disappears into the ether.
Oh shit! Can I try and grab it?
Or you grab. It's like trying to grab fog or smoke. It just slips out of your hands.
That's a problem.
And
but in all things considered, as long as Frederick's okay, swings and roundabouts there on that one.
After a little bit, Frankie comes back with Frederick after she calms it down somewhat.
Am I still riding on Frederick?
You can be. Frederick is calmed down, so it's happily trotting along with you on its back.
And the Bindy's on my head.
And I think this is a good place to leave it for the night. Thank you guys for listening, and remember that you can vote on the Filthy Pig Discord server, and we'll see everyone next week, I believe. Just as a heads up, I believe the 14th of December will be a week we can't do it. I have prior engagements.
As do I.
Speaking of which, we might have to discuss this because I've got Christmas engagements as well. We'll have to talk about that one.
Yeah, so it might be. We'll have to work out exactly when we'll stop for Christmas, but we'll pass it on. Anyway, Toodle Pip, see you guys.